gotcha. Know that I'ma be there. I'ma be there for you. I'ma be there. I'ma be there. I'ma be there. I'ma be there for you. I'ma be there. I'ma be up all night making the old days. But we've sobered up, we've come a long way. Wherever we cruise, I'm riding with you. Now that I'm back in town, I know I can prove to you only if you dare to make the walls come down. Now I got you, know that I got you, know that I'ma be there. I'ma be there for you. I'ma be there. I'ma be there for you. I'ma be there. I'ma be there. I'ma be there. Thinking in my dreams, music I was young and dreaming. I'm so fast, and I don't believe. Thinking in my past, thinking in my dreams.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys having a wonderful, beautiful day. Yo, we got ourselves another 5v5 1v1 duels on the week. Boys, let's get in here. Today is EU, as it is Friday. Tomorrow is NA. You boys will be able to get another chance to play tomorrow, so no worries if you can't play today. How y'all doing? Welcome back. Yo, let's get in. We got some buffs and nerfs this week. Demon Hunter threat, which is someone we had to deal with all last week. lessened. Rogues, I think, that touched up a little bit. Assassination, but I don't know if that was much of an issue. Sorry about that. Ah. God, dude, I had to run back and forth between my room and the kitchen trying to get my coffee as quick as I could. I guess I'm winded. Oh, man. How y'all doing, though? Welcome back. Hope everybody... I'm dying over here. Hope everybody's having a better day than I am, boys. Yo, 5V5 1v1. Seriously, what the hell is going on with me? Duels are up for the day, boys. Let me get the music back up and running, man. Let me get the tunes back in here. You know what? I kind of like this song. It's really chill. It's not exciting for, like, to get you into the duels, but I'm having a slow start, man. I got myself coffee over here. We're chilling, you know. That's not as good as, it's cold. It's okay, though. I can do cold coffee. Iced coffee is actually pretty good. It isn't quite iced, but you know what? Coffee is coffee. I just need something to get me kickstarted for the day. Boys, we got ourselves a group over on the EU. I'm going to be hopping on in just a second here, try to see if I can host some up. If you guys don't see in the groups, I can try to see if I can help you guys put it together. Sup, Dev? What's up, checking over, man? We got ourselves Limitless. We got ourselves Craig. Sup, dude? Felipe, Jorgen. We got ourselves ELS Walks. Craig, Daniel. How y'all doing? Welcome back, boys. Hope all of y'all having a good one, man. How many weeks has it been a Dragonflight? Also, batch 1005 finally announced, finally has a release date, and it's earlier than many of us expected, man. I am excited, dude. It's in like 11 days now, if not 12 days or whatever it is, depending on your region, though. Dude, what's up, DJ? I don't, man. Hope you're having a good one. Here to show Demon Hunter knows it nothing? Okay, fair enough, dude. We need my man, you know, we need my man Leroy, because he played a lot of Demon Hunter back in the beta. I want to see how he does nowadays. You know what I mean? More regular pump 50k overall, 370 out of level 4s. You know, 4 in 4 seconds? Wait, that's actually... Wait, what spec are you playing as? Outlaw? What spec are you playing that thing? I got some DMs going in. Hey, yo, what's up, XZ? I do, my man. Or XY. Literally took two letters put together. Yo, I already got a 5-man team, man. Let's go, my man. Yo, EU coming out of the woodworks already, boys. Hell yeah, yo, hun. Okay, well, I'll need to make a second group real quick to queue you guys against them. It'll take me just 2 seconds, though. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. Like that. Bam. Beautiful. All right. Group open. Does anybody else got a group? By chance? If anybody else got a group, man, we can just have you queue up because Johan is already ready. I guess I could get the second one up and running, though, yeah? Raids Legacy. 5V5 1v1 Duels. And Molten Core. Alrighty. I gotta clear my throat again. I'm gonna mute my mic for this one, though. It's really stuck in the back of my throat somewhere, man. So I'm gonna hope that doesn't hit me. Like, it's like a tickle in the back of my throat now. Oh, that doesn't feel great. We got my man Gloosh back in here. I'm as bold with 401 item level. What is that? Gloosh, why is your item level 383? That's like scale for PvP 2, yeah? Or maybe that's why, actually. Yeah, because you only can get so much with a duelist gear. Oh, 370 50k is huge. That's pretty big, though. 2 minutes already. Let's go. Wait, you need 2 minutes? Wait, what? Jesus, I got a team up here. You want to join mine? We got 2. I got 2. I'm not scaled. Mine is 420 PvP. Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess it depends. Like, depending if you have like some pieces that are war PvP gear compared to like the normal gear, or whatever it's called. You know, the normal conquest gear. Conquest gear has a little bit of lower item level, but it can be scaled upwards. But you don't really do that because what's the point of wasting on points to do so? Everything's scaled upwards anyway, which is so good. Such a good change, though. I don't think it's a bad change at all. When I say it, it's like I say it's one of those. I like the Blizzard. I'm not trying to make it sound like I'm complaining. Please keep it that way for next seasons. Please. This is such a good change. More people get to play, and you also are much easier to get that way. My number is actually 392, but it's under bags. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking for a second. Because I thought to myself, like, wow, that seems real low. But it's like, well, actually, I am doing this as like a PvE thing. So it's probably not considering the PvP item level at all. Hello, friends. Let's go. What's up, Arima? We got another rogue. Shen. Hold on. Fesh. I'm trying to figure out your name. Hold on. It's F-E. Ash. Fashion? Podlivom. Fashion Podlivom. I have no idea. I don't know what the I know the Podlivom last part of this, like first four letters, take those out. The last letters, all those other ones there. That's a word, Podlivom. I don't know what that means though. I don't remember. I know it's a word because it's a way when it sounded out, it sounds like a word. But we got us this double rogue. Queuing up all the rogues in here. Fashion under beer. Is that what that is? Fashion? Well, I'll call you fashion, man. I'll call you fashion. That'll be much much easier. Yeah, first few letters I can do that. Believe of the fun beer. What the hell? Fashionable, passionate person. Hi, Glush. How you doing, my man? Hi. He wrote hi. Seriously, this is gonna be a problem. Oh, man. What did I do to myself? Water? I have water. Let me do that. Okay, bro, what's up, Bash? How you doing, man? Passionate beer. I didn't know that, honestly, dude. That's awesome, though. Okay, so we need 2 more boys for this team. And we got this as a second team versus Johan. This team of scoundrels, these rogues. Dude, apparently a lot of rogues are kind of dropping subtlety for PvP. Like, it's a good spec, but what they don't like, what a lot of rogues have been saying recently that I've listened to, is they were like, you know what, I like sub, I want it to be good, I was really excited for it, but like, it's a very CD heavy spec. They mentioned that it's really good for 1v1s, and we've seen Glitch do really well with it. But also they said that it's a very CD. You either have a go or you don't have a go. You do either do all the damage or no damage whatsoever. That's why a lot of rogues are like, you know what, that's why I like Assassination, or in some cases even Outlaw. Like in case of Notch, for example. They're like, I want to be able to have a go and just be threatening at all times and feel like I can make a play. Not like, okay, I had my go, they shut it down. All right, I'm waiting like 30 seconds until I can have another go. All right, another go. Oh, it shut me down. Okay, we just AFK'ing again. Another go, shut me down. Okay, so it's like the enemy knows, like, as long as you have someone full out rogue every 30 seconds, a lot of the threatening presence gone. So in 3v3s, that's kind of where it can feel really bad. I imagine in a proper 2v2, where you can get great CC chains, like there's no one to stop your go, it's probably a lot more reliable there. And for 1v1s, I mean, we've seen it ourselves too. In summary, called Deadly Flash. Okay. Yo, what's up, Jeremiah, my man? Man, I joined today, chilling, playing the consoles. All good, my man. What you playing? Honestly. Question about sub. Since you have the Ford set, do you ever use the Vis stacks in AoE or just ignore them unless there's under 5 targets? So, normally the Vis rate stacks... Wait, so... I need to take a look at the rogue tier set again. Isn't it where, because I don't really play a lot with a sub tier set, or I don't really play a sub using the tier set, but I believe it's like your eviscerates and your black powder increase the crit chance. Atheman, my man, I don't need one more voice. But your eviscerate finishers increase the crit chance of your next backstab, shuriken storm, or shadow strike, correct? And those crits of those abilities increase the damage of your next eviscerate, black powder, or rupture, correct? I don't think you ever... I guess if you're funneling, right, in AoE, you will use Eviscerate. Maybe if you need to funnel, that could be good that way. But if you're looking for, like, more overall damage, Black Powder is generally the play. Like, on 2+ targets, you would generally Black Powder. If you're running the build with a Dark Broom, Black Powder every single time. Because of the shadow damage that you do, and everything else you do overall, in general, is just a lot more effective. And that's so at that point, which math adds up to, it is Black Powder on 2+ targets as a finisher. Once all the bleeds are up. Let's set up some bleeds. Play some new GOW. GOW. I don't know what that is. But hey, man, have fun with it, yeah? We need Onomaz, boys. We need one more to join this team and we'll be good to go. My man Jesus said he'll be ready very soon. You'll have my man, like, Archie, potentially? Dalaran, Ben, maybe? Backslide? I don't remember who does PvE, who does PvP. Yo, my man Kreiser? Yo, Kreiser. We hosting some 5V5 1v1 duels tonight. I need a +1. You want in? I'm gonna see if Kaiser wants to, dude, because I love to see my main man, the Destro Warlock Incarnate, test out some of those Destro Warlock buffs, man. The damage increases for Soulfire, or was it Shadowburn? Shadowburn, Rain of Fire. I doubt he's gonna press that button though, but Channel Demon Fire is also there. I'm in here already? Oh, okay. Perfect. Mogdev, my man. Hey, let's go. Mogdev joining in. Yo, Mogdev, I have you added a reality. I need to remember which. Oh, wait, we do Athom. I can just do Atho. Just because Athom has real ID and everything are the same. Alrighty. Alright, boys. Okay, I'm gonna queue you boys against the other team. BRB. Invite spectator match Johan and Athoman. Wait, Johan, are you ready? Real quick. Johan, whisper me real quick. Are you ready? Are we good to go? Or are we not good to go? Huge butt man. Hit me with the real ID. It looked like Chrysler was joining the group. Maybe you guys need a +1. Let me know though. If you guys are looking for a +1, I could wait. 4 out of 5. Okay. Johan needs a +1. If anybody wants to join in, I believe you can find their groups also in LFG, just like you found my group. Guys in here? Awesome. Hell yeah. Your groups are going to be, I think, in Raids Legacy. There we go. They are in Raids Legacy under Sepulchre of the First Ones. What is his name? Titty Fokker. What is that name? Oh no. Titty? Is that what I call you now? What the? Oh my goodness, bro. What is that name? Alright. Oh my god, that's so good. There's no BM hunters in the expansion other than that bad. I don't think that they're that bad. I know that they're not super popular in PvP, but they're not terrible either. Oh, Kisser Sharman Burial Ground suggested that. Let's go. Huge. This is a joke. It really is, Atha. It really is not bad at all. It really ain't bad whatsoever. Man, I needed a +1. Who do I invite, man? Who do I invite? Antu? Does Antu want to join in? Yo, Antu! Yo, crap. Jesus, this is on the group. Ready? Wait, you got another group altogether? Wait. You got a second group all together? Wait, Jesus got a third group all entirely, it looks like. Huh? I'm sorry, what? Yo, I do want to get Johan in. We got a Chrysler, we got all the boys in there. They had a +1. They just needed one more, man. Okay. I will try to call on one champion to see if they want to join in. My man, Johan. Hey, Anto. Hey, Anto. Wanna join some 5V5 1v1 Duels? We got a group hosted at TM if you want in. Smiley face. Let's see if I can get Anto in here. I'm calling on my one champion. One call. Because Jesus is ready. We can get Jesus versus Team Athaman real quick in here. But Johan started a group pretty early on. I want to see if he can get a chance to properly play. You know what I mean? Is it okay to depends if you play the PvP? Yeah. In all in Jesus' group? Oh, okay. Okay, one more call. Because apparently he's already in Jesus' group. One more call. Who do I call in to join my main Johan? Because if you guys want to join in, group listed in LFG in Raids Legacy section. Dungeons and Raids. So that you could utilize the what's it called? The cross faction feature. Why am I drawing a blank, man? Not enough coffee in my system at all. Wait, we're 5? Wait, Johan, you got a 5 man? Well, about to be? Okay. Chrysler, you have a couple of seconds to get the 5th in there. Let's get you guys in. I want to give Johan's team a chance to play. They were the first to put a group together. I want to let them get a chance. Here we are. D-list, and we go. D-list real quick, and we go. Quick D-list. D-list, and we go. You versus my... There we go. Okay, I never got to type out the macro. Spectator match. Johan and Athaman. And we'll get Jesus in there immediately right after. The grand. Let's get you boys in here into the grand. Hell yeah. Alrighty, dude. First duels of the night. Let's go, boys. I am excited. Hell yeah. Let's get this out of here, dude. Let's get an actual mix. Oh, God. I definitely gotta do a fix. Oh, I gotta fix that one. Nice, that'll do it. Massive boys. Yo, have fun. Test out all the new class changes, man. Have a good time in the stream. That's all that really matters here. C-Mark Pog. What's up, C-Mark? Hey, man. Hope you have a good one, my guy. Bring the names. They got no base skills. Yeah, 5v5, man. We're good. We'll be good. We'll be all good to go. Alrighty. Let's get ourselves a group up and running. Wait, you're bringing the mage? I just realized that. Oh, God. Audio? Audacity just screwed my headphones. I can hear on my left ear, but not on the right ear. Okay, now we're back. That was weird. Audacity used to do that once in a while, but that was still jarring. Switch. Let's go, boys. We got ourselves Christ, man, over for the team one and the ready. This man wants to get in there, get some gesture action. We got ourselves, how do you call that? La Paz Swag? I have no idea. Swag gonna be in here. Kazak's gonna be first up, and still just looking out for the first competitor, which is gonna be my man Athman. Hitting him with Garrod immediately, playing the assassination rogue. They recently had the Garrod of one-shotty drain build nerf, but it's gonna be immediate death mark. Immediately Athman countering it with a blessing of protection, shedding all of these bleeds as Kazak's commits a 2-minute cooldown right in. As Athman decided, you know what? I feel like this is gonna be a good one for a 5-minute CD. It's a pretty unfair trade, but it is a big immunity, and it does gain a lot of value for all those bleeds. It's going to be a big hammers onto Kazak's as the wings comes out, but it's going to be immediate trinket to counter the wings. As Kazak's not completely catches himself a clean reset. Going to be Athelman looking for a blind. Doesn't quite get it. Doesn't quite collect it. But is looking for a bit of a flash of light. As Kazakh is going to be chilling in stealth. Got himself a Sipic up. Should be good to go. Open it up on Athelman a little bit early. While the man still got wings. Could still be really deadly for the rogue. Going to be a kidney shot as Kazakh does not have to worry about that adaptation. Was able to proc it a little bit earlier versus Athelman. Athelman with the shield of vengeance, hand of freedom, looking to catch up to the rogue. Is he able to successfully do so? As Kazakh does dive back into stealth. Unless Athelman has another AU with consecration or maybe a wake of ashes. Unless you have either one of those tools, there's no really a lot of ways to get the rogue out, but the eyes should be spawning in very soon. Athelman is already starting to camp him. Kazakh is going to be as far away from Athelman as possible. Over on the team 2, we also got ourselves Miss Bolt. I miss a Bolt as a Destro. We got ourselves Glution turning back as a rogue. We got Mogdem as the Arms Warrior Champion. And we got ourselves Fashion, which is what he said his name is. I'm going to just go with that. Bubble for Atha. Kaz is trying to see if he can get out of there. He's not in stealth anymore. He's gonna walk in the consecration, singeing his little toes. But that's all gonna do. That's not gonna deny him a re-stealth. As long as Atha can pull him back over consecration, he may be able to continue the onslaught there. Hand of Freedom gives him just enough mobility to catch up to Kaz. This is gonna be enough damage. Big stone wake of Kaz. Clean, just looking to potentially take down the rogue blind right after. No adaptation to prevent it. And Kazak's barely surviving that go. Atha just needed 1 or 2 lucky crits there. They did improve the consistent damage of Paladins recently. Blade of Justice Crusader Strike, I was about to say Consecration, but Blade of Justice Crusader Strike and Final Wreck are actually all been seeing a damage increase overall. Big death mark into Atha. Does he bubble this one? Shield of Vengeance, trying to see if he can turn around onto the rogue. Blind to follow. The rogue has no trinket. Does Athman go for big damage? Is going to go for a flash of heal and re-heal as the rogue continues to put in pressure. Atha still may need to bubble it. Maybe in a bad spot. Actually, no more bubble. Wait a second, no, he actually used the bubble way earlier. For some reason, in my mind, I thought he still had a bubble, but no, Kazakh was able to take it out of him fairly quickly. Miss Bolt tried to see if he can rain fire upon the rogue, but he's able to skulk away back into stealth, back behind the pillar, swap it to a wound poison. I guess maybe went for more of a deadly poison, aggressive damage oriented play versus the Paladin. And Miss Bolt is really going to come down to how well can they use that Succubus CC to veer the rogue away, and can they burst him enough before the rogue gets Vanish back up, Shadow Meld, Cloak of Shadows. That's going to be really down to one of those abilities. And Kazak's making sure to get a stab. He knows there's going to be a pet in the opener. He goes for a Garrod, looking for the pet, kind of hanging out in the open in case maybe the pet gets him out. Trinket to follow immediately after the second BCC with a Mortal Coil, sending him out. Kazakh has no way to really get out of the damage. That's going to be a big slow one to the rogue. Big as it gets damage. Bismo just absolutely firing everything at him as he can. Going to be porting right next to the rogue. The rogue can maybe go for a slow, maybe for a kidney shot. Bismo not really given opportunity. Shadow step into an intro, but Kazakh's still out in the open. Still getting pelted down by those portals with a second BCC chaos mode. Not much you can really do. He's just going to take a punishment from every angle into a succubus just to hold him close, just to hold him still like a schoolboy to get spanked with a big old chaos bolt. This Christman going to be up next. Another Jester Warlock rolling into the arena. Jester versus Jester. Motherboard did not commit too many cooldowns either. Not a lot of defensives. Not a lot of offensives. Walking into this duel, a little bit underprepared with damage, with the healing. And Christman going in for Soulfire Bolt immediately. He's going to do a lot of damage. Big Dark Pact immediately. That's going to be cracking through his shield to reflect off from his bolt. Christman got him reflect off his own portal. Oh my god, Mordecai back into his bolt with his stun around the corner. It does get ports onto the Warlock. That's going to be Christman's second Mordecai off that reflect. Big Cass about to follow mad damage on Miss Bolt. Trying to see if they can recover. Drop it down Big Infernal. That's going to be Christman dodging that stun. And Miss Bolt is on Execute Rage. Going to go for a Soul Burn Health Stone just to recover as much health as they can. Draining off of the Succubus as much as possible. Christman looks like he's been able to veer away from the main Infernal, kind of getting it to actually aggro his pet instead. Bonza fell, but Mizbolt doesn't quite connect with it. Krasman just trying to think, wait, maybe get so Channel Demify, got a lot of resources off of that one. Maybe could just go on for a bunch of Shadow Burns to follow. Mizbolt looking to reposition behind the pillar. Fell Hunter summoned up. Krasman potentially could have himself a big go here. He's going to go for a Chaos Bolt. Mizbolt doesn't dodge it. It looks like Krasman is actually focusing on the pet instead. Just wants to make sure he doesn't get properly interrupted on that thing. But his health is actually kind of taking a bit of a beating. Hasn't used a lot of defenses, so prepare for Mizbolt. Reflect up immediately. It's going to be reflect back for Mizbolt. The Mordecai is flying out that time, though. Succubus CC, which is going to give him a bit of a control opportunity. Soulfire, as Mizbolt does have a shield. Christman needs a Mordecai off this one. Does use it, burning some of those Warlock ports. That's going to be a Mordecai setting him out in the opposite direction with a Bonza fall on top of it. Doesn't want to leave. Does have defenses. Does he want to use them? But all the not use the defenses. Where's the Dark Pack? What is going on? Where was your Dark Pack? You did not get interrupted, right? Or did he get interrupted? There's no way. Gotta be Ipas Wag. Ipas? Wait, whoa. Oh, he killed him. I thought for some reason the Warlock was still alive, but he walked in, Judgment killed him. I guess that works out. I was thinking Mogdem maybe going in a little early. Mogdem swapping into a Furious Warrior. Fury didn't really get a lot of buzz this week, did they? I think Arms Warriors are about to get buzzed in 10.05, but Fury is definitely on a much more survivable scale in comparison. Ipas, I don't know what I'm saying, if I'm saying your name correctly, but I want to say Ipas Wag? Swag. I could call him Swag. Swag versus Mogdem. Could blind immediate trigger for Mogdem. Could be potentially a Hammer of Justice. Has a reflect. Oh, perfectly baited Hammer of Justice. Stormbolt. Gotta be in the bubble. Mogdem walking away. Does not have a way to shatter past those defenses. It's just gonna have to play it very defensive. Got himself Warlock Hellstone. Does not want to burn in Rage Regeneration just yet. Looking to leap away from Ipas. As the man got himself a little bit of a self-heal. Flash of lights back-to-back shield divisions upon him. And got himself lots of recovery while we are only into that 6-7 minute mark on the duel. Only 34% dampener reduction. Healing reduction very, very minor. So Mogdem still has an opportunity to potentially make a return here. Ipas get himself a lot of survivability as well. Looking to crack through a defensive Mogdem using his Crusader strikes in order to get himself some good cleave, good sustained damage actually. Ipas get a storm bolted down though with a big avatar as well as the Odin's Fury. It used to be artifact weapon, now a talent. Gotta be Ipas. Got him some big lay on hands, but doesn't mean he's locked out on Bubble Bop. Actually has nothing left. That is his last batch of defense. Try to see if he can maybe get himself a Hodge with a War Stomp versus Mogdem, but I think the sustained damage of Fury Warrior should be able to overpower you. Unless Ipas get himself some random chance at wings or gets more CC onto Mogdem, I think he's just set in for an execute as Mogdem just butchers the boy down. We're looking for a backup. Does he run second win? I guess we'll find out in a second. Is it going to be the Paladin Rocky or is it going to be well, we'll call him Titty for the sake of that is his name. You know what I mean? We'll just call it Titty. Wag means Word of Glory. In French, it does if he doesn't wag. In French, it's he doesn't wag. Oh, that's the Paladin's name. I don't wag. Okay, I had no idea. I'll call it Wag anyway, man. I just call it Wag. They just see me censored. I don't know about that. I guess if you got sensibilities like that. I don't know, man. I think it's a funny name. If you just want to maybe change it in your brain, you could call him Tidy. I don't really know. Call him Tidy? Should we just do Tidy for censorship? Self-censorship? Okay. Call him Tidy for Marcel, I guess. I can't do it. Gonna be actually wait, your Frost? I'm sorry, wait a second. Glacial Spike gonna load it up. Wait, Mog Dem is actually gonna be a bit of damage. It's gonna be a tiny walking around, trying to cast off a big nuke. Wait, does he go for Ice Block? Oh no! He had himself the big nuke Glacial build. I didn't even realize. Mad Reflect back into Rocky though. Rocky walking in, blessing of protection. If Mog Dem could just live this, big leaping away. Doesn't want to deal with it at all. Wants to see if he can stay away from Rocky. Got himself a little bit of a hell to work with here. Could go for a rallying cry. Has some trick in case he needs to. Is gonna have to trick that blind. Does not want to go down to Rocky right then and there. Got him some big defenses with Enrage Regeneration. Gonna be that eye for an eye available for Rocky as Mog Dem just trying to see if he can crack past his defenses with a shield of it at the ready. Has thrown in a Judgment Stormbolt to follow. Mog Dem backing up out of there for just a second. Rocky already burned a Blessing of Protection. He has a bubble. Could potentially use a bubble to play an aggressive play versus Mog Dem. But while the wings are down, I think that's where Mog Dem wants to go in and put in some pressure. This Furious Warrior is not gonna be stopped by it. Another pallet. He went from one pallet into a major to pallet. Bad damage on Rocky though. Odin's Fury doing a ton of damage. Bubble out for Rocky. Mog Dem leaping away. He knows he's gonna be in trouble. Just doesn't want to give Rocky free damage. Does Mog Dem play Second Wind? He does play Second Wind. Look at that recovery. Second Wind is so good. If you ever allow Warrior to disengage with you, just walk away from you and you let him, you're just gonna get full recovery. I feel like that helps even out the duels where all these healer classes can just sit there behind the pillar and heal. And now if you're a warrior, you could just be like, you know what? As long as I'm safe behind the pillar, I also get to recover. I feel like it ends up kind of making those a little bit more interesting too. Gives a little bit of a different matchup. Rocky though, as we are hitting into dampening, he needs to cast in order to get himself some heal. So he is actually a little bit behind where Mog Dem gets percentage heal. He's gonna be Mad Stormbolt with a spear. Rocky has nowhere to go. Is that eye for an eye gonna be enough to keep him alive? Hard reflected, it's over, sealed his fate, and Mog Dem just overpowers his boys. Good use of reflexes there that game. Absolutely impressive. We gotta get these guys back in here. Miss Bold walking in, blasting it, cries bad, putting in some numbers, putting in some real work. We got all these boys and we gotta give them another chance here, man. We gotta get him in here. Let's get him going in. Yeah, we gotta get Jesus in too. So I think we're gonna go what? I think we're gonna go with the Team Mog Dem, right? Because they just won that. So Team Atherman would be next. Jesus, Atho, Johan. Let me know who's ready. Because maybe Jesus is not ready anymore. And maybe we'll just get you guys. Just let me know who's ready and we'll figure it out. I want to get as many duels as I can here, boys. I don't want to make it wait too long at all. So we're just gonna rapid fire these as fast as we can, yeah? Just so you guys are not sitting there waiting for good duels, man. Let me know who's ready. It'll be good to go. Yo, Atho, Jesus, Johan. How we doing, boys? Ready? Atho, how we doing? Are we missing a guy? Because if we are, we'll just get Johan and Jesus, which will work out because we got Cryzy, Johan, all of them. Respect for Cryzy, Soulfire, and Demon Fire. Yeah, man. Definitely. It's got buffed. So I'm glad he's trying it out. Atho's ready. Okay, we'll go Atho and Jesus real quickly. Johan will get you in 5 minutes. Tell your team, wait 5 minutes. I mean, Team Atho is just going to have Mog Dem go first, and he's just going to go slap with these boys out of the game. So don't you worry about it. We're going to do like this, just so I can organize it for the next duel. Because Johan team, your team is ready next, okay? Is there a little Warlocks on Team Atho? There's one, right? I'm still going to do Blade's Edge. I like Blade's Edge, the arena. I just think it's a really good arena. I think it's a solid arena. Play Druid right now, it's called Ipus Thorns. I like that. So it's Ipus, right? Ilapus. Oh, I don't use. That's what you meant. Yeah. I don't get how to fix a stupid mouse bug. I don't get how to explain it. It greatly impacts chasing targets or on pillars. A mouse bug. Is it like a mouse like when you hold it right click and then you're trying to turn, Atho? Or is it like you're trying to click on stuff and it just doesn't like click? Not that I would have an answer for you, but it will at least give me an idea of exactly what's going on with you. And maybe that's something we can like Google together. Maybe it's something that's been going on recently. Saul? Hey. No requirements. Just join groups listed in LFG and have fun. Yeah, it's all good, but my man. Yeah, all you have to do is just join groups in LFG. That's all it is. Anybody and everybody's welcome. I don't put limitations because I like seeing fresh blood in these duels. I like seeing new faces and a lot of different classes, a lot of different play styles. Oh, speaking about classes in here, my man, dude. Hey, how are you? What's up, Unique Fox? I hope you're having a good one, my guy. Welcome. Hold, click 2 buttons, then turn with keyboard. Hold click 2 buttons, turn on the keyboard. Oh, like strafing? Like just strafe? Oh, okay. I haven't tried that. I'll need to give it a go afterwards. Switch. Fassel gonna be first up, over for the team 1, but off the bat we got ourselves the meanest threat around the arena. My man Gluge, the subtlety rogue. Sap onto the Wrathguard as it's not gonna be able to really help Fassel. Immediately hits him with the gouge, get a shot, gonna be a trinket. Fassel trying to see if he can win master secret technique. Oh my god, the secret technique, they kept nerfing it, but I think Gluge maybe came back with vengeance. He got himself a fully probably stacked out mastery build, doesn't he? Big axe toss, back-to-back stuns on the Gluge, trying to see if he can go maybe for some kind of interrupt versus that tyrant. That is going to be a stun right on Gluge, actually. I think he might have shadow melded that. Wait a second, you did not just shadow meld that, right? I swear to god it looked like he got stunned. Or did it just like blank out? I may have blanked out. I may have passed out IRL for just a second. Gonna be a sap, main pet spinning. The whole demonic army is at the ready, but there's no rogue around there looking, and that's gonna be immediately Fassel porting away, so this Gluge goes in for a shadow strike. Perfectly timed shadow strike, actually. And I think Gluge dove back right into stealth. That, or it was just a Gluge. Was it a shadow strike? Because it felt like it caught re-stealth very, very quickly. Gouge? Gonna be a potential port. Does Fassel have anything? Needs his main pet to stun Gluge immediately. I think he has evasion, so he can't even stop. Oh my god, he just evasion that main pet. Even if that thing did have axe, I don't know if that thing did even axe toss. I wasn't really able to see well. But if he did axe toss, I'm pretty sure he could evasion that. And so gonna be up next, charging out. He knows the rogue threat. He knows what he's got to do in order to beat it. I think he could potentially do it. Paladin with a bubble and bop maybe could overcome Rogue's Goes. But if Gluge takes his sweet time, he just waits until he has everything available, goes up for that cold blood, cold striking killer secret technique, that could be really deadly. Going to be a shadow strike by Gluge, gouge into a kidder shot, building up that damage, massive secret technique, huge output. Oh my goodness, it's going to be Answer going in for the blind. Actually, Gluge has a trinket in case things ever get rough. Answer it does have wings. It's going to be Hammer Justice Vanish for Gluge. Does get himself that cooldown reduction. Answer is going to go for a little bit of a reset, reheal here. But man, there's just... How do you deal with this rogue? That is a trinket, that is a vanish out of him. Cloaker Shot is still at the ready. Answer somehow still finds the Gluge, though. I'm not sure how you found that, man. Gouge into Kidder Shot. It's going to be immediate trinket. Does Gluge have himself a big go? Going to be a secret technique. Big damage on the Answer. Mad Eviscerates back-to-back. Shadow Strike, so just burning right through him. Worst up for a second for Answer. Gluge with his Shadow Step. Try to stay on top of Answer best he can. Answer next auto attack is going to proc wings. Try to see if he can delay it as best as possible. May need something, but looks like he does go down. That is on Forge. That is actually a big unfortunate with Yasha as a paladin charging up, but it's happening wrong. Oh my god, this man ran long enough just to catch the last second of reset that hits the man with a stab, bonking him right in the head. How do you beat that, man? Got him some fireworks all over the arena, literally celebrating his own burst. Dude, they kept nerfing some rogues, but they keep coming back in. The burst of this class, if they're unstoppable, if no one's there to really prevent a lot of their goes, the rogue can do a ton. Gouge on Yasha with a blind. I think maybe he's trying to see if he can get a trinket out of him. Gluge still does not have a trinket. Yasha could have stunned him, could have went for a full blind wings combo, actually. So for Gluge, he decided, you know what? If this paladin plays super aggressive, I could be dead. I need to burn a blind. But the paladin, I think, needs to be aware that, hey, no trinket for the rogue. I could just, like, blind him, CC him, stun him, lock him down completely. Just absolutely just take him for a spin and just pop wings and then throw the boy in a blender. I think he totally could do it. Does he find the rogue here? Another sap? Does he get a break out of it? He does not. I think he has to go, otherwise he's not available. And Gluge is just messing with him, dude. He's trying to get in his head. He's playing the mind games of the rogue right now. He's trying to get this paladin to get frustrated, maybe even make a mistake. Yeah, Gluge actually do it. I think what you're supposed to do in a 1-on-1 situation. Try to get in his head. Does Gluge goes in for a big go? Gouge, get a shot to follow. It's going to be a stun onto Gluge. No way out. Actually, no, he does get a trick in the last second. Let's go for a cheap shot onto Yasha with a blind right after. May have been a risky trick, but that's going to be Yasha trying to see if he can maximize the damage. Evasion for the rogue, still unable to dodge a majority of the holy damage, but the physical hits, he is able to dodge. Big shield of it is popping back into the rogue. He got himself plenty of survivability for a moment here. Vanish of the raid in case he needs to. That's going to be a big hammer hanging over his head. Vanish may need to click a shadows. Does that hammer still slam while you're in stealth? No, it just disappears because you're not there. Evading justice itself. Yasha was playing a little bit of that hammer style too, but it's actually doing pretty well, honestly. My goodness. There's only a way to describe rogue that sits and waits to see these ever go cringe. I don't blame you, man. A lot of people do hate rogues for that. I feel like Gluge tries to stay aggressive, But there definitely is one rogue on NA that definitely does not care for his safety. He's always out, always in combat. I think it's either it was errorless or speed, one of those two. It's either errorless or speed, but they're like, I caught a re-stealth and he's like, I can't stay in stealth for more than 2 seconds. I have to open up with a shadow strike. Like, he just literally challenged himself. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna rush and headstrong. I'm gonna sit in stealth, vanish, 2 seconds pass, good enough. I'm back in there. He could be at 2's health. He doesn't care. He'll just get back in there just to keep it entertaining for himself and everybody else. So there are some rogues out there. I don't blame ya. Gloosh, I feel like he tries to be a little bit safe at times, but there are moments where he gets risky. I don't know. I do understand you though on that one. Saboteur Yasha gonna be quick interrupted. Yasha doesn't waste already, does he have? And now Blessing of Protection very soon. He could pop Blessing of Protection, help him survive. May just need to. The man does go for Leon Hands instead. That could be risky. Glitch, if he has enough damage to crack through the health bar, he could still have him here. Blinded to Glitch. No more Trinket. Does Yasha have big damage? Gonna be final wreck. Hammer Justice potential. Does have a Hodge. Rogue is on down. Nowhere to go. Does he go down here? Potentially Yasha taking him out. Is it gonna be enough to blind? Could bop it. Could bop it. Could bop it. The rogue has a trick to come back up and advantage. Yasha decides he doesn't want to do it. Is going to Blade of Justice. Get a shot. Blessing of Protection. Now Yasha wait. No forbearance from the land hands. He may not be able to. Forbearance in the last second. Probably going to be glitched with advantage. Got him some evasion. Trying to see if he can dodge the Paladin. Is probably going to go for a re-stealth off of that big hammer. Maybe vanish. Trying to see if he can potentially not use advantage. Just caught a re-stealth. My God. He's just evading all this Paladin damage. That is insane. Getting a shot onto Yasha, nowhere to go. Paladin is done for, and the Gloosh has him exactly where he wants him. BD, the Demon Hunter, is up next, charging out towards Gloosh, trying to see if he can deny him any kind of a reset. Gouged by the Rogue. Got himself a Battle Mass Trinket to give himself a little bit more bolstered health. BD trying not to make sure that he doesn't get juked out on by Gloosh. It's going to be an item to follow. Gloosh stun lock back to back. Is it going to be enough big damage? Getting a shot onto BD. Does he trinket it? Next Blade Dance could be extremely deadly. Gloosh trying to see if he can go for a bit of a reset. The Rogue is actually escaping as the Demon Hunter does use the eyes, but looks like he doesn't find the Rogue fast enough. The Rogue was able to escape. When you get hit by the Essence Break Cleave and next Blade Dance while in Demon form, it is so deadly. Very deadly. So Glitch being able to escape it, not taking that combo, helps him out a ton. Fear onto Glitch, probably gonna use a trinket here. Stun, trinkets, gouge, get a shot, reversal, Demon Hunter is gonna be trinket for the DH. Got himself a big secret technique, but it's all gonna be darkness down, absorbed into a cheap shot as the hammer comes out. Glitch got himself a bit of a re-stealth, but someone breaking him back on the stealth does have a re-stealth yet again. Looks like there's a bleed rolling on him. That's the only thing that's keeping him out of stealth. Blind onto the DH, nothing he could really do about it. Unless Gloosh, does he have a proper go? Shadow Blades, he got himself dance. If he has a kidder shot, maybe you can make some work here. Hold on a second. Maybe. Got himself a bit of first aid. Just go in. Kidder shot. Big go. Is it enough here? Secret technique potentially? No, just eviscerate. It's cheap shot right after. Does get him. Oh my goodness. Jesus is up next. Charging out versus Glitch. Is going to hit him with a Howling Blast. Playing the Frosty DK. As a kidder shot, our cheap shot comes out. Uses not secret technique. Shadowy Duel in order to capture him into the realm of the shadows. I don't really know if it does anything. I think just a cheap shot, isn't it? Stun to Glitch. Does Jesus have him here? Trying to see if he can crack through the Rogue. The Rogue is at nothing left. Going to be a quick stun to the Rogue, but does have an advantage. Just avoiding an entire Froststorm's Fury. A Frosty Drake raining Frosty Blizzard from the sky, and the Rogue just vanishes it like it's nothing. He just avoids it. Most people bring her like a jacket for that. He's just like, you know what? I'm just going to stealth. I'm just gonna blend in with the background, exit the situation entirely. Glitch with the gouge, get a shot on Jesus, does have IBF for it. It's gonna help him bolster a little bit more health, and it's gonna help him reduce the damage taken by that next secret technique. Smoke bomb by the Rogue, try to see if he can potentially escape Jesus. Jesus staying on him as best as possible. Rogue goes in for yet another vanish. I think the Rogue is out of vanishes. Cloak of Shadows, trying to make sure he gets himself a clean escape. I think maybe he's feeling like, you know what, I could have him here. If Jesus, he has a human racial, probably, trinket at the ready, does have dark back, and most likely has a stun. Glitch, I think, is just going to win until he gets the trinket back up. He needs it. If Jesus has a blind, and you could just stop the Rogue's go, potentially, blind, got a trinket on him. Does he have a stun? Jesus may be going down. Dark back to use stun onto the Rogue. Does he have enough damage here? This is the last chance to even make something happen. Can he do it? Silence of the Rogue, but oh, the Rogue does end up going for a big eviscerate. There's nothing that can stop that Rogue. My goodness, every time he caught a restall, dude, it was lights out for the next guy. My goodness, rogues are insane in 1v1s, man. Absolutely cringe run. Okay. You guys are saying he ran a lot. You know what? I'll go back to the footage. If it was running around a lot, then it's gonna be like this. I'm gonna see it for myself, man. I'm gonna see it for myself. I don't wanna say nothing bad towards Goosh, man. I don't wanna say nothing bad towards him. But if you guys may be right though. You guys usually are more observant than I am, because I'm like just enthralled in terms of like what's going on in the duel. You guys are seeing the big picture in most cases. If that's one of those where the rogue is just running around circles the entire time, you will likely see this duel together with some other duel. If that happens, that's you're like, yeah, Dal agree with us. Dal did agree with us. Yeah, he cut out a lot of this. If I'm cutting out more than half of this video, more than half of that clip, then yeah, the rogue is just sell the entire time. I mean, you're having a great fun, go for it, but you picked, I think, maybe the hardest caster in WoW first class. Really? Oh, which one? Which class? Evoker? Evoker is fun, man. They're really cool. But hardest? I guess it is one of the harder classes because of like the range and like the way you play caster, and then all the different school spells you gotta play to. You don't have like a proper CC like every other class. You play very differently compared to every other class. It is an interesting one. I feel like if that's your first caster you're starting with, you're fine. But if you played other casters, it's gonna be a bit of like you gotta relearn some things. If you remember certain things as a caster you did as a priest or as a mage, you're like, okay, as a Evoker, you just gotta do it completely differently. Your mindset is gonna have to change a little bit too, I think. But yo, Johan, Atho, I gotta get, I think, definitely gotta get Johan in here. Jesus, are you ready? Let me ask Jesus real quick. Are you ready, my mans? Because if your team is ready, we can get you guys back in here with Johan. Otherwise, I can get Atho and Johan because they're ready. Hardest caster are Shadow Priest and Afilok. Are we talking about PvE or PvP? Need one more? Okay, I'll just queue Athoman and Johan real quickly, but I'll get you guys immediately. Yeah. So, boys, sign up for Team Jesus. I think he's listed in LFG like we have in the chat. When I hold left and right click and then I use keyboard to move, I don't go forward, but instead turn around. Oh, yeah, because I'm one holding left, right, and together I'll move forward. And if that makes you turn around, that's weird. Yeah, Atho. I would have no idea. I'm using like what? Left, right, hold together, I'm moving forward, and I can use strafe. Like when I walk forward, it doesn't do anything. When I hit S, it stops me. S would be more walk backwards key. But yeah, I'm not getting any like weird turnarounds. Happened a few days ago. Yeah, I wonder if it's like a mouse thing or if it's like a WoW thing. Likely a WoW thing. What do I do? Blackrock hold? Blackrock hold. Get your boys in here. Jesus needs a +1. We'll be good to go, man. Needs a one more. If you guys want to join my man Jesus, he's more than welcome to advertise the group in the chat. Get him in here. Get him some more boys for the arena. We almost hit 100 duels here, man. 100 recordings. Some of them are duplicates, but it's okay. If we thought about leveling your character in EU and some PvE with your viewers, for example, when you put in mythic bosses and heroic gear runs so you can get that going, that could be fun. I thought about it. I have a lot of characters I'm still leveling on EU, on NA, but I was thinking about doing EU. Credit the time said I probably shouldn't, just because I have so many characters on NA I'm going to manage that it's not... She thinks I'm not ever really going to be able to play in EU. That kind of was the case for like, what, SL and BFA to a degree? I'm still shopping the idea. I think right now, while we're raiding in Vault, once the progression is over, I think I'll have a lot more free time to be able to do stuff like this and really think about stuff. I thought about it. It's something I'm interested in doing, but I don't know yet. Switch. Got ourselves Team 1 together with Kreisbad over for that team as a Dasher Warlock. I think maybe going first up. We got ourselves Ipus Wog, which means in French, I don't walk. So we call him Wog. Kazakh for the Team Rocket. We got ourselves Titty. We got ourselves Athaman over for the Team 1 with Ms. Bold, Mogdem, Fashion, and Gluge gonna be first up versus Kreisbad. Oh no, you're sending the Juggernauts in here immediately. Gonna be that Soulfire Stud. Gluge does go for a Cloak of Shadows. I think trying to see if you can Shadow Meld or Shadow Step towards Kreisbad, hitting him with a Mortal Coil, Fear to Follow. Gluge does have a chicken, but that pathing though, that Fear pathing is so perfect. Kreisbad does not want to walk in the arena. Maybe he's gonna use a succubus seat to maybe veer the rogue away. No, drop an infernal on his dome instead. Get a shot onto Kreisbad. Is it gonna be enough to trinket out of Kreisbad? Let's go try to see if he can build up some damage. Mad instant cancel the glitch with the portals burning through his health bar. Does have an advantage with a blind onto Kreis. It looks like, does he have a doubt on him? It looks like there's some kind of burning effect, but not enough to really keep him out of stealth. Looks like the rain of fire is going to keep you warmed up. If you can send your pets in there, Infernal is going to walk in, try to deny the rogue any kind of stealth. Gouge at Kreisbad. Does he have the second CC? Does have a second CC. This is going to be stricken by the rogue. Trying to see if he can make that secret technique work versus Gloosh. That's going to be a dark pact ready for Kreisbad. Does burn his soul. Oh, soulstone in order to get himself a beefier, chunkier, chocolate chips covered warlock cookie as he got himself dark back with a mortal call towards Ghost Rune, whatever he can to recover him. Next secret technique could be extremely deadly, but Kreisbad has Ghost in a situation where he can't really do much, does not have a proper trinket, can vanish. Big K is just gonna slam right through him, but that vanish does help him absorb a lot of the damage. Kreisbad also does have the succubus, and as the rogue has no trinket, the succubus is always there to try take the rogue and walk him away from him. Keeping the succubus maybe a little close. Definitely wants to walk away a little bit so the rogue can go for immediate interrupt. Shadowy duel does seclude him away from succubus so that he can't really assist you. Secret technique does a lot of damage, but he has a wall for it in order to be able to avoid it. Cloak of Shadows for the rogue really early. Mortal is going to connect though, and it's going to give Kreisbad a bit more CC. Gouge, but the succubus CC does hit you with a soul fire. It's going to put it down on you, but do a lot of damage as well. Fear right after blind onto Kreisbad. That blind has such a short cooldown. As Gloosh vanishes, he reduces the cooldowns of all his abilities slowly but surely. Kreisbad get hit with the end of the kidney shot. Is that a secret ticket potentially? No, not yet. Dark Pact is getting used. Kreisbad may be in a bit of trouble. Try to see if he can open up some portals versus Gloosh, but then Mephisto, it's out of the road. Just keep blasting him out. With the Frost Mage going to be up next. Try to see if you can flurry down Gloosh, potentially get a couple of ice lances. As long as he can deny him any kind of proper resets, it's going to be Frozen Orb down with a couple of lances. If he can potentially do enough damage, just enough damage to take down Gloosh, he'll be in a great spot. Flurry to follow, couple of ice lances back to back. Does have the Ultra Time with the ready as well. It's going to be Nova. Gloosh is able to avoid it. I think this with a sprint. That or a vanish. Either way though, is going to be able to blast through Kreisbad, but it's going to be my man Titty up next. Kreis and Storm Scale, nice, yeah. So in your opinion, managing a position on a glass cannon with limited range is an extra layer of skill? I'd say it's, to me personally, I think it is difficult, yeah. But I do hope they maybe will make Evoker a little bit less like squishy. Under Preservation feels very, very tanky, but Devastation, I think that has like giga damage. Or just be tankier. I would say be tankier because it's it's a new class. I wouldn't imagine like having like a safer play or a safer class. Probably would be good in new expansion, but that's just me. Honestly, you're cute. I'm cute. Let's take up Hanson. Addons Rapid. How are you doing, fam? Hope you're having a good one. What an opening. I like the confidence. Logged in himself, you asked me. I don't know, man. I think Kreisbad played that really, really well. Kreisbad normally spanks Gloosh, but I think Gloosh is more prepared for that one. Shadow Blades at the ready. Rogue got himself Cold Blood. Big damage. Massive output. But my man Frost here got himself a big ultra time, but still is in trouble. Even after that ultra time, he did have to go for an Ice Block. He's trying to stay super aggressive with Gloosh. And Gloosh is looking for an entire escape. I think he's trying to see if he can avoid. Oh no, dude. That's just come avoiding the mage entirely from those lances. That is super unfortunate. I don't really know what he can do at the moment. I don't really know what he can do. Gloosh is just kind of diving away, just chilling away from the guy. A city backing up out of there for just a second. He just Lanced or Athamed. I think he's just trying to see if he can stay in combat. Is that what he's doing? He's trying to see if he can maybe deny a stab from the rogue. That may be what's happening. Back to back eviscerates, and down he go. Gloosh, this guy right here, man. I don't think he's gonna let anybody on Team 2 play at all, is he? Potentially. Who's next? He's gonna be Rocky? Maybe Ippas? Or maybe Kazakhs? One of those guys gotta see if he can take down the rogue, man. Gloosh is out here being a threat. Sub rogue is just nutty. But one of these guys gotta find a way to blast right through him. Hopefully. We'll definitely play enough Meta Specs. That's right. Yeah. That's me. Makes the class feel like a crip. Yeah, I guess so to a degree. Looks like Kazakhs is gonna be up next. He's out of stealth, kind of letting Gloosh get the opener. Is that a good move though? Because rogue Gloosh, he can just do a lot of damage. Does Kazakh just feel like super confident? I mean, the man just might die. He gave him the opener. It's either because he realized like, well, I'm probably dead, even if I try, or he was like, you know what, I'll give him the opener, and if I live, maybe that can drop him down. Maybe he was like, you know what, I don't want to go into high dampening. And Glitch is also pretty confused too. He just looked at the guy. Ippa's saying a prayer because he knows what's about to happen. Hopefully these paladins can maybe pull the resources, pull the cooldowns together, and Glitch just doesn't even want to give him like an opportunity. He wants to give him a bow. I was thinking he was trying to like maybe trail him just to make sure he doesn't get a proper open or whatever. Oh my god. Yo, these paladins got a hell of a game ahead of them, man. This rogue is just not giving these boys a chance, man. Actually, not give him a chance. You like it so hard? I'm sorry about that, Chroma. I'm sorry. Wait, were you the rogue? Were you casting just now? That's unfortunate if that was you, man. Blessing protection immediately for Ippa's walk. Immediately trying to see if he can deny the rogue the opener. Clock shadows by the rogue. Smoke bomb using that smoke in order to cover his shadow steps. And Ippa's having to go for a bit of a reset. Forbearance is going to be on him for a while. May just need to stay aggressive and pick up eyes. Has a trinket, has a bubble, still has a lay on hands. We're not super high into dampening where you can still use that lay on hands. He's riding a fantastic looking mount, dude. I gotta get myself one of those things. Actually, I'm not a big mount guy, but that's literally the cutest mount I've ever seen. Blind onto the rogue, trinket available. Ippa's trying to see if he can maximize damage. Big cleave onto Gloosh. It's going to be cheap shot. Blind to follow Ippa's. Does he trinket? Bubbles it instead. Vanished by the rogue. Does he find him? I think if he went to consecration, he might have actually been able to. But Gloosh looks he's going to be able to escape it entirely. Eyes are available. Actually, Ippa's is going to be able to get Gloosh out. I think Gloosh maybe came out of stealth on his own. I don't think he mentioned out of stealth. Gouge on Ippa's. Does he have a proper go? Get a shot. Ippa's no longer has a big defensive. Maybe Shield of Vengeance last second. Big Eviscer is going to get him super low. Shield of Vengeance having a shorter cooldown. Does give him a little bit more survivability though. And Gloosh trying to see if he can avoid him entirely. Has one more Vanish already. Still holding on to a trinket. It looks like Ippa's going to have to play it very defensive. And just looking for recovery. Looking to make sure that he can get himself full health up. Next auto attack is going to proc wings though. Can he utilize it potentially in order to fight the rogue? Looks like getting a shot to follow. I think it might just be over unless Ippa's can somehow get himself a heal. Does get a heal. Stun to Gloosh. Big damage. Is it going to be enough though? Gloosh not super worried. Big damage. Another war step right after. Oh, he just needs one more global. He just needs one more global. Wake of Ashes. Is it enough? Maybe he's got something under his sleeve. Potentially. It looks like maybe he has wings back up, but no, kid is shot by the rogue. Taking him out. Oh my goodness. Oh, I thought he almost had him too. Gonna be immediate trinket on Rocky. He does not want to stop for this rogue. Consecration. Burning the trinket early. Maybe a risky move. I know you're excited. I don't know. Want to see if you can snap onto the rogue as best you can, but man, that may be what punishes you at the end of the day. And the rogue needs a vanish right now. Oh man. Has a blind backup. Cloak of Shadows is going to be an opener onto Rocket with a blessing protection immediately. Blind, but Gloosh already has a Cloak of Shadows to cover his escape. It feels like Gloosh literally has an answer for everything these guys throw at him. Literally everything. Rocket does pick up eyes. He shouldn't know where the rogue is at more or less. Or he lost track of him. But if he looks behind him, Judgment is going to get him in combat. Stun onto Gloosh, has a trinket for it. No bubble that he's got to worry about. Get a shot into Rocket. Does not have a trinket out of it. Does he have a bubble here? Anything at all? Shield of Vengeance last second. Does he have any survivability whatsoever? Got him some wings, but I think he might be down for the count. Oh, bubble. Last second. Is that going to be enough, though? Try to see if he can make some damage happen. Gloosh trying to avoid him. Smoke bomb to cover his escape. And Rocky needs a heal. Blind, I think it's over. Unless Rocky can somehow human racial out of a stun. No. Doesn't even give him a chance. Just taking him out with a Shadow Strike. Absolutely nothing stops that rogue. If he ever gets a chance to play, nothing, and I mean nothing, is going to stop him. Back-to-back 1v5, yeah, rogues, man. That's rogues for you, dude. Sub-rogue in a 1v1 is exceptionally good. Like, I don't know if there's a class that can really stop him. You gotta play, like, the rogue gotta make a mistake, but you also gotta play super good to even have a chance. It's one of those difficult ones to fight through, man. Alrighty, boys, let me know if you guys are ready for another group. Johan, as well as Atho and Jesus, let me know if you guys are good to go. I want to get you guys in here, back in. But yeah, that's my man Gloosh, dude. What else is new? It's always been this good, though. It's been kind of nutty. Absolutely insane. Johan is a 4 out of 5, needs a +1, and it would be good to go. Jesus is at the ready, is my man Atho ready as well. If you guys want to join the groups, by the way, you could find them in the LOG section. I think normally in the Raids Legacy. Raids Legacy, type in number 5. You should be able to see these groups. Sasha and Atho. Looks like Atho's trying to look for a +1. And so is Johan. So let's try to see if we can get some groups together. Jesus is at the ready. There's a couple of more boys. One for each of those teams. Will be good to go. What spec was that rogue? Anyone know? Subtlety. Subtlety. Crazy Taxi beat him, I think. Yeah, before. They have. I think it's possible for a Desert Warlock or like an Affliction Warlock to beat a rogue. Demonology Warlock definitely could do okay too, because you got the pet to stop the rogues go. It's as long as you can disrupt the rogues' actual go on their cooldowns, you're good to go. Looks like Arthur got a 5-man, so we'd be good to go versus Jesus. I'm gonna give you guys as many chances to duel tonight as I can. Isn't that a 9? Is that the 100? That may be just a duplicate, but it's 100. Alrighty, Athman is ready. We'll get Athman versus Jesus really quickly. And Athman. Dude, I'm hungry. I should have eaten before the stream today. Мне приходилось играть с Глуш в команде. Я за Алема тогда трой шутнул. I have no idea what that means, Vadim. Я не понимаю. Русский чуть-чуть забываю уже. Pick away the rogue. Yo, him or Spica, who do you think wins? Honest opinion. Honest opinion. Him or Spica, who do you think wins? Those maybe having a bad day. Check on check for that cover. What do you mean? What do you mean? Blade of Wrath takes out of South. Does it really? Blade of Wrath? Wait, what the hell is Blade of Wrath? Blade of Justice, you mean? Wait, what's a Blade of Wrath? Pally ability. Gotta be, right? I don't know what Blade of Wrath is. Oh, dot. Is it a dot? Isn't it? I'm trying to remember. Search in the back of mine. Like, is it a BFA dot? As I right think, maybe it was added way before that, but creation. That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I couldn't come up with a name though. Was it a Blade of Wrath like a talent then? Oh man, it's been so long. What arena do I throw you guys into? I don't know what's a good arena for. Well, I don't know what's a bad arena for rogues, man. I feel like no arena is bad for rogues nowadays. And Athman is a man running with them double rogue group. Всем привет, друзья! Лучший стрим снова с нами. Большое спасибо, Вадим. Большое спасибо. Я это понимаю. Чуть-чуть забываем русский, но это понимаю. Vadim says, yo, what's up, friends? Yo, have a I think it said have a wonderful best stream is with us again, or something like that. Probably grammatically could probably put it together where it makes more sense, but hopefully you know what I mean. I'm just like see word translate word by word. Man. Hey, could you participate in your 1v5 1v1 Duels? Could I participate? Yes, Dimitar, you're more than welcome to. Anybody and everybody's welcome. You guys are all welcome. It's a community rant thing. All of you are welcome to join anytime in your place. If you guys want to join today, tonight, right now, you can. After this duel, we can see if there's any spaces available for groups that are available, or if you want to start groups yourselves, I can show you how to do it. Remind me after this game to show you how to join groups or how to organize them yourselves, because it's a community rant thing. Dudes in chat always looking to join in, and they're always looking for open groups. So if somebody starts one, I'm sure you can get some groups together easily. Alrighty, boys, let's get ourselves another one going here. Yeah, switch. Got ourselves the rogue squad together with Gloosh, and it looks like maybe he's sitting in the back. We got ourselves Fashion, who never gets to play tonight so far. We got ourselves Atham. Oh, now this is going to be first up instead. A Demon Hunter versus Demon Hunter with BD. Going to be challenged in his own arena. Got himself a big old charge over his Nows, but it's actually going to be able to retreat right after. Big stun. Yes, his break. Nows may be in a bit of trouble. Looks like he's able to dodge with a blur against that final blade rush or blade charge, blade dance. What is this? Tried to go for a little bit of lanky hands. Hands up. What's going on? Big hunt off of that fear. Now he's maybe in a bit of trouble. Dropping darkness immediately. Could be still under a ton of pressure, but looks like he got plated damage back to BD. Nows though is under a ton of pressure. BD got himself that safety demon that he can use in order to heal. Trick and hunt. Oh! Nows does go in for a charge as BD turns around, realizes the threat that he is in, turns to his trusted demon to try to slay it, but right then and there, Nows right at his back, literally blasting him out. Quick axe toss. As now trying to see if he can deny Vassal, his big old tyrant, does have a demon of their own spawning in. May need to slay it immediately. That's going to be a massive. Oh, Pitlord walking in. The big boy walked in and just started slapping you around. You had a demon. Both demon hunters made the same problem. Made the same mistake. They both played really well, really aggressive, really good damage, but both made the same mistake of I need to play safe. I see my demon, I need to slay it. I'm with no health. I better be extra careful because Fassel already had a ramp going in. But unless you notice the ramp, there's not much you can really do. Gonna be Fashion with a Cloak of Shadows, surrounded by the demons left and right, demon doggers, as well as the Razgard Axe Toss. It's gonna force a trick out of the rogue, trying to see if he can reconnect with Fassel. Big kind of shot to follow. Does Fassel have an out? Looks like I think he may be just done for the count, unless he got himself Mortal Coil. Maybe does some demon doggers out. Fashion does leave him super low. I don't know if you want to do that. Fashion, you leave him super low. I don't know if you want to do that. You could literally die to the demons. Fassel better just play safe. Fassel better play safe. Wait, Fassel, you could just kill him right there. Sheep shot. Oh, does have a dark pack, Mortal Coil to follow. He needs one more set of demons. One more demon doggers. Wait, Fashion could go down. Axe Toss demon doggers. No way, no! Fassel, how do you live that? Oh, dude, I feel for that rogue. I feel like he was like, you know what? I have him where I want him. I got this. I gotta play it safe. I gotta retreat. I gotta get some cooldowns. I will be okay. I will be fine. I feel like he was trying to make sure they played super safe, but that backing away and not committing. Man, I guess it could have been one of the situations where he commits and then dies, but you gotta make a play. Whether it's the right move or a bad move, I expect somebody for at least making a play. Let's take another play. Atherman, let's try to see if he can shut down Fassel. Hammer Justice from a distance. This is gonna be Axe Toss. No way for Fassel to really counter it. And Ather seeing a just an injured, just a limp and Worgen Warlock left with nothing really left after that rogue onslaught. And a Demon Hunter. He's just limping away, and Atherman is able to shut him down. Darkpack doesn't really do much for him. Atherman does have immediate adaptation of the Hammer Justice. Burning Bubble either way, though, as Yasha. Burning Wings. That is a lot of damage. Atherman recognizes it, backs up out of it immediately. You need to be able to gauge the enemy's threat. Even if you did just burn a Trinket with adaptation, sometimes you may still need a bubble. That's one of the disadvantages of adaptation. This blocks automatically, but can put you in a situation where now you don't have a Trinket where you really need one. Shield of Vengeance up for Atho. Potentially could be okay. Try to see if you can go for a bit of recovery. Is it going to be enough, though? Because it is a Hammer of Justice onto Yasha, but a very defensive one. As Atherman's still looking for a bit of a recovery. But can he go maybe counter-aggressive? Because in terms of self-healing, he didn't really go behind the pillar to heal much. Yasha is going to activate Shield of Vengeance. Atherman kind of out in the open. Can't really go anywhere. Not even a Hand of Freedom to help him escape. Stun. And I think it might be just down for the count. As Yasha, I think, just has him here. Is going to be able to judgment him down. Not much you could really do with Miss Bolt. Going to be second to last over for the team too. Try to see if they can fight versus Yasha. Are they playing with a pet? They are playing with a succubus. I've seen some Desert Warlocks here and there play with a sacrifice pet, and they're playing into like an immolation damage over time kind of play style, which can be helpful but not common. It's going to be Fear onto Yasha with portals opening up. Mortal Coil keeping him out in the open. Second portal right after. The Paladin is going to be under a ton of pressure while behind the pillow. Just absolutely barraged by these portals. Nothing you can do about it. Once you open that rip into the twisting nether, you're just going to keep relentlessly attacking it with Shadow and Chaos Incarnate. Blind onto Miss Bolt, trying to see if he can go counter-offensive, but Yasha realizes that he doesn't have a lot of health to work with as another portal opens up. It is going to pressure him big time. Does glow with a radiating holy light. It's going to be next auto attack activating wings. Portal immediately for Miss Bolt. It's going to be Yasha trying not to auto attack a pet as the best as he can, but it's going to give him wings for just a moment. Yeah, Miss Bolt is going to go for a health bottle as the main pet is getting absolutely blasted. Miss Bolt taking a lot of damage as well. Bonds to follow. Yasha could be in big trouble potentially, but also Miss Bolt at the same time. Mortal send him out with a cast to fall right after. In that cast circuit can't really be interrupted at all. It's going to be a stun, but Yasha with a portal right next to him. Is it going to be enough? The portal could take you out. Is it going to be enough? Bubble to follow. Miss Bolt needs an out. He needs an escape right then or in there. Got him some battle match trinket. Portal up and running. I don't know if he's able to click it or not. Yasha still has a portal just ripping at him back to back. Casbolt load him up, and that's going to be over. Oh my goodness. With Miss Bolt trying to see if he can escape. Oblivion. Hey, that's a mage name I haven't seen in a bit. Oblivion. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Makes you think of the Oblivion like the Elder Scrolls series, dude. Interrupted the Miss Bolt. I think it's over. Lockdown on fire. Fear. I don't know if you can do much about it. Oblivion, I think, should be able to take you out unless... There's no way. Touch of the Magic just absolutely blasted you. You're just radiating all this arcane energy around you. And Oblivion is going to have to go up versus Gloosh. No trinket at the ready. Does not have a massive for a moment. Human racial coming up in about a minute, I want to say, from now. Gonna be Oblivion trying to see if he can back away from the rogue. Blink it away. Oh, use an ultra time in order to reset. But may still need to go for an iceberg really early on as Gloosh is relentless. Wait, still ultra time was not used? What was that then? That was not all the time. Oblivion literally stealing the image of Glush, playing it super risky, trying to see if he can go for a cone of cold, but a Cloak of Shadows out of the rogue, trying to get interrupted. Gonna be a Ring of Frost. The rogue may need to get himself frozen up. Oblivion, if he times his positional right, the shadow stuff for the rogue won't let him escape, but he's gonna go for a blind, maybe a reset entirely. It's going to be AoE, getting Glush shot in the open. Gouge either way, but it looks like Glush is go for a kidney shot. Doesn't go for a kidney shot yet. Missing the breath, which is going to give the rogue an opportunity to potentially get back. And Oblivion does go for the shift to try to see if he can veer around the pillar. Interrupted from range. Got himself that acrobatic strikes for increased range. But it's going to be Glush taking a bit of that arcade damage passively just all around him, maybe with a touch of the magic as well. Big damage to Oblivion. Does have all the time. Could use it in order to play defensively. Unless Glush gets a fatty crit. May still need to use it either way. The Oblivion in big trouble. But it's going to be able to chip away at Glush's health bit by bit with those barrages. Vanish out of the rogue. Does Oblivion randomly find him? Maybe with an arcane orb. He's going to go for a bit of healing. May to go for ice block. There goes the ice block. Has to use it. Glush still holding on to a trinket. No cloak for a while. Vanish already. Blind coming up very soon. As he uses a vanish action, it's going to reduce the cooldown of all his offensives and defenses as well. So the man got himself plenty of longevity as long as he presses that vanish at some point. And Oblivion needs to make a play. I don't know how you're going to have a play where the rogue can just vanish your go or trinket your go from like a poly. It's going to be a tough one. You better... How do you do this? Are you going to kind of got to hope that rogue maybe trinkets up something silly? I think you have to do that. Sprint out of the rogue to break out of the root. Going to be all time for Oblivion. Try not to get interrupted on Arcane. Can he potentially have himself a go? Gouge onto Oblivion. Trying to go for a bit of missiles. Again, trying to start his not to get interrupted. Chip it away at the rogue though. Cloak shot is used really early. Oblivion may be in trouble. Massive is for just a second. Blink it away from the rogue. Blink it back. The rogue is just relentless. Trying not to let him go anywhere at all. Does get slowed for a second. He's going to shadow mode for just a moment. Just going to shadow strike to reconnect. And Jesus, last one left over for the team one. Can he fight through Rogue Threat? Is going to drop down the A-bomb right on his head immediately. No Cloak of Shadows for the Rogue. He's going to hit him with a Chain of Ice immediately. IBF in order to try to see if he can prevent a lot of that go. That's Glush's cooldowns. Does go for a secret technique, I think, either way, though. There's going to be a grippy hand by Jesus. Cheap shot yet again. Trying to see if he can survive it. Blind right after. Going to be shadowy duel for Glush. Trying to see if he can escape the army of the undead. But looks like he's going to walk away to the other side of the pillar. Does Jesus realize it fast enough? I think there's still a disease burning. No disease onto Glush actually. So Jesus is just going to have to take it a little bit longer. A whole army of ghouls. Trying to see if he can chase after the rogue. But they're going to start falling apart at the seams. Not before they get a couple of good claws into the rogue, which is perfect for the rogue. Sono onto Glush. Does go in for a kidney shot reversal back onto Jesus. Secret technique is just going to focus in onto Jesus, which is super unfortunate. Does not strike the pets at all. And Glush may be able to take Jesus down. He just needs a couple more goes. Just one more secret technique. Couple more eviscerates is all he needs. As Jesus is just not really in a situation where he can really do much here. Maybe he can go for a Death and Decay on that corner where Glush is at. Trying to deny the rogue any kind of re-stealth. Chain of Ice. Keeping him out in the open with the gargoyles at. Does the rogue have a kidney shot? Is there human ratio for Jesus? Maybe he can go for pets down onto the rogue. I think it's over. With those shadow strikes and eviscerates. Yeah, clean up duty for Glush. Trying to make sure he can bring it back for a stream. Passable too, actually, by the way. Well done. Nice. We had Arcane Mages in here. I like that. Dasher Warlocks out of the woodworks. I like that as well. My goodness. Paladins out of the wazoo as well. Love it in a variety, man. Let's get us to some more groups in here, yeah? Some more groups up and running, boys. If you guys are looking to join in these groups, by the way, that's how you do it. Today is Friday, or at least in my time zone. For me right now, it is Friday, 6:32 p.m. Some areas of the EU, it's already like 12, 1, 11, you know, somewhere like that. Depending if you're using like the... I use a 12-hour clock, so if you guys are using 24-hour clock, it's like, what, 24, 23 hours for you guys. Jesus is ready. If you guys want to find some groups, I think Johanna has this listed in Raid's Legacy. At least Astho does too. So if you just go into Premier Group, Raids Legacy, find group, top number 5, hit enter, you should be able to see the groups that are available. We do this in Raids Legacy so we can use the cross-faction feature so people on Alliance and Horde can participate in groups. And we don't want to put it in RBGs because it's going to be people that want to do RBGs. They don't really understand what the duels thing is about. So we just throw it in our little corner of Raids Legacy. Just type in number 5 in search. Make sure all your filters are on and you should be able to find the groups easily. And I think there's also, yeah, so we got a group with Johan in the Sepulchre, and we got Atho with Glush over in the Molten Core. Both looking for a +1 if you guys want to join in. Or if you want to start your own groups, you'll just do something like Raids legacy, start a group, call it like 5v5 1v1 duel. It doesn't really matter what raid you put it on. List a group, tell the boys in the chat that, hey, I'm looking for more, got a group, that's the name for it, looking for how many more, and get people signed up, and you're good to go. Looks like Athman is ready, so is Johan. I want to give Johan a chance, man. I want to do Johan versus Jesus. I think those two are going to get a chance to play together. This is Johan and Jesus. I don't think those two ever get to play each other. Athel, I'll put your group on a bit of a back burner for just a second here, but I do want to get you guys the next one. So I'll give you guys like, what, 8 minutes maybe? 5 minutes? Between 5 and 8. Let's do, what arena that I haven't done tonight yet? Hook Point? We can do Hook Point. Another arena that my man Tagsy wanted me to do last week, which we did do last week, and it kind of worked out okay. But I don't know if I want to do it today, is Maldraxxus. Do you guys have any arena recommendations, like what arena you want to see? Because usually we just try to stick to anything that isn't like Tolvaron, anything big arena, or like the Kyrian arena, because that's just going to be a flashbang for you guys on the EU. It's like where you guys are at. Hey, how's it going? What's up, Zulus? Fast question. Is the best to have 2 daggers or 1 dagger, 1 sword for sub-rogue? Whatever gives you the best secondary stats. So main hand, always a dagger. Offhand, secondary stats for PvP, but in PvE, always a dagger. So if you do dungeons and raids, every time dagger. For PvP, it doesn't matter, whatever gives you best secondary stats, which is usually mastery and versatility. Unless you guys are crit for some reason. Don't complain if you play against Isaac players eventually quit the game itself. True. That's why I do try to see if I can get a variety of different players in here. I don't try to like deny anybody based on like skill or gear or whatever. I try to get a variety of players in here because one, you get a bit more variety. You have players that are less experienced finding less experience. You have players that are experienced finding more experience, and you have a mix of both. And I think it's perfectly fine, honestly. I like the variety. I like the amount of people that get to play that way. But yeah, you do get to, like, there's a lot of there's a lot of people that have been doing duels, and they really have just grown as players too. It's been fun to see. Kazak's gonna be first up versus Fassel. It's gonna lock down the pen, I think, with a cheap shot. Get a shot at Fassel. Does get the access the last second. He just gotta make sure he can deny the rogue. His proper goal is a sub-rogue, and he'll be okay. Does have an advantage at the last second. I like the blades he got going on. They're like the glaive looking blades from Warlord's Dreador. I always thought those were pretty good looking. Gonna be Fassel with the Dark Pack, though. Did not burn too many defensive abilities. Dark Pack is a perfectly fine ability to use. The Kazakhs, though, did burn Shadow Blades. Try to see if he can go for a CCO under pet stun onto Fassel. Try to see if he can take it down. Another portal. Fassel does need to find a way to keep the rogue in combat, though. Burning another portal really early does not get to properly stun him. If you can somehow find Kazakhs out in the open, though, that nether portal together with the Pit Lord could be deadly, but I think Kazakh's just gonna AFK out of here. That is unfortunate, man. Over on Team 1, we got us BD as a Demon Hunter at the ready. We got Oblivion also wants to get a chance to play. Yash as a Pally. We got ourselves Jesus as a Death Knight as well. Versus Team 1, we got us Christbot on that team. We got Ipa. We got us Kazakhs out in the open, getting a sap onto the Warlock, stone on the pet. Trinkets to follow, get a shot right after. What is this double stun thing going on? Interesting. Just making sure he locks down the Warlock as well as the pets. Gonna be Axos. This guy's trying to see if he can make an escape. Trying to follow. Does have a Shadow Step and an Interrupt at the ready. Trying to see if he can build up some call points off of Fassel with a couple of backstabs. Does have an advantage. As soon as he feels himself taking a bit of damage, but now Rathguard knew exactly where he was either way, though. Was that a second summon Felguard? That might have been a second summon Felguard. Sometimes the summon pets just know where the rogue is at. Even if you vanish it, they just know. Tyrant is commonly the pet that knows exactly where rogues are. He'll just chase after you. He won't attack you. He'll just chase after you just to show, like, this is where the rogue is at. I know he is. I hope they fix the AI of those pets at some point in the future, though. Kazakhs try to see if you can avoid the main Rathguard. This is going to be able to pressure you inside of the smoke bomb. Stun to follow Fassel. Hopefully able to get some demon doggers in there. It's going to set up a portal just in case he wants to get an escape. But wants to push it towards Kazakhs if it can. Going for a bit of a drain. Definitely needs to get some more pets. It's going to be juked and interrupt on him. But it's going to be Dark Pack with an axe toss. Try to see if he can deny the rogue as much of an open as possible. Vanish again for this rogue. The rogue gets so many vanishes off tonight so far. And eventually he's going to be out of this escape, so Fassel maybe will be able to lock him down. Eyes available. It looks like Fassel is going to come in for some eyes. And try to see if he can snuff out the rogue out from behind the pillar. The rogue always comes up. Who? Gloosh? Usually. Sometimes you put Gloosh on, like, on a clear duty at the very end of the day. Like, if he's just like absolutely blasted, it's like, alright, let's see who last. Best for last, yeah. So everybody else gets a chance to play. So the Kazakhs, but does go for a shadow step towards Vassal, trinket out of the Warlock. Is going to be more to call as Kazakhs, just surrounded by just a couple of demons together with an obelisk made his belt. Got himself an evasion with a shadow mode to follow him. Does get himself yet another escape with the Vanish coming back up very soon. Vassal may just have to go for another set of eyes. May just have to. Dude, being a Night Elf is just such an advantage for rogues. I do wonder if they'll end up adjusting that ratio. For rogues, is so strong, man. It is ridiculous. My Kazakh just hanging out amongst everybody. I think I'm even trying to see if I can walk away. Just be like, alright, I just don't want to give this rogue, like, I don't want to help him hide it at all. Like, just download and speak and rap God. Man, I'm trying to keep it English, man. Sometimes it does switch to gibberish. I am proficient in gibberish. And in the WoW spellbook. I've been trying to get my degree in the WoW spellbook. I almost got him in. I almost got the masters. I almost remembered to memorize every one of the abilities. Honestly, the WoW Holy Spellbook. Oh my god. Yo, Kazakh still got himself another Vanish, man. I can't believe it, dude. Demonology Warlocks, man. That's tough for them. Get a shot out of the rogue. No more outs. Kazakhs may have to play it super safe. That's going to be the Axos. As he does still get off a secret technique, but the Dark Pack helps absorb a lot of it. Kazakhs may be in a bit of trouble, though. Blinded already. That may be not enough. That may not be enough, though. But it's like, you know what? I tried chipping away this Warlock. Way too tanky. I'm out, ski. I'm not going to make this duel last any longer. I don't want to go down like that. I don't like when people don't go down without a fight. I like when it's just like at the end of it, you either win or you either lose. I don't like people leaving that early, personally. Big meteor dropping in with an Infernal swapping out. As Vassal, it's just going to be under a ton of pressure. Double portals opened up and it's just blasting a barrage from the twisting of the Mortal right after with a cannonball to follow Vassal. Maybe just out of options. It's going to go down though. With a wall, did burn defenses, trying to see if he can make a play, but Christman just absolutely barraged him from a distance, man. Chaos bolts with an Infernal, just the destructive nature of destruction, all coalesce into that one Warlock. It's going to be Oblivion up next. It's going to get hit with a Succubus CC. That's actually super unfortunate. Does get an interrupt on the second Chaos bolt for Christman. And I believe, did he burn a trinket? He did burn a trinket. So he did burn a trinket just to make sure he can get that interrupt at the end of the day, though. Obliv does himself the altar time and was able to use it, but the Rain of Fire, what is actually hurting you? Was that just Rain of Fire with conflagrations and maybe shadow burns? Because someone was just doing this cast damage here. Also, you get double sheep on you. What is the sheep doing? Gonna be that quick Succubus seduction. This guy's been able to put the mage out in the open. It's gonna be a bolt sent in from the Twisted Nether, trying to see if he can get even more damage out. Mortal Call to follow. No more trinket available for Oblivion. Does have himself an owl though, I think with a blink, able to break out of that stun and shatter those that CC. Polymorph, maybe you can use the Polymorph and take on maybe the Kreisbed or the main pet. He's gonna go for an Invis, potentially. He does try to see if he can give himself a bit of an escape, a bit of an out. And I just noticed it was a wall of ice back there. I thought I didn't notice that, huh? Oh my goodness. Gonna be able to try to see if you can reposition behind the pillar. It's gonna go for Ring of Frost, able to freeze the main pet, but it's still keeping him in combat, so you can't really cover for full food. Quizbed could push in. He got himself the portals. If he has himself 3 charges of portals, that's gonna be enough to definitely force Oblivion into an ice block. Maybe with an early block. Oblivion trying to see if he can push in. Maybe looking for the breath. Has all the time in case things ever go sour. So he has an escape plan. And he can potentially use the escape plan in order to back away. It's going to drop down big damage on the main pet with Touch of the Magi, though. Is he just going to blast out the pet? That may not be the worst idea, actually, just blasting out the pet. That or it was a random Touch of the Magi, like a random proc Touch of the Magi, actually. Oh, God. That is not mix. That is not our mix at all. Oh, no. That could have been bad. Yeah, let me reset the mix. Oh, no. I like that artist, but that definitely can't be played on YouTube. Gonna be blast out onto Oblivion as the man is getting sent to Oblivion itself with Rain of Fire. It's gonna be a portal still blasting out shadow damage. The man got nothing left, really. This guy is just out his last foot. I think he's a Warlock also too. But Oblivion so far has struggled to even get a good goal into Christbed. So far it's been really described with passively chipping away at the guy. Ice blocking right there. That's gonna be his last opportunity to potentially have a go in Christbed. I think he needs to go out there, try to land some kicks, and just have a proper go. Maybe he's waiting until the dampener goes really high. That or he's waiting for all cooldowns. But Oblivion is not in a great spot, man. I think he needs to make a play. He needs to get in there and see if he can blast him out. Trying to go for an arcade surge off of Invis, missiles to follow, trying not to get interrupted by Kreisbet, but there's actually no interrupted already. Kreisbet is playing the succubus. It's going to be big touch of the Magi onto Kreisbet, but is it going to be enough damage though? I think Kreisbet just trying to make sure he's extra healthy for that one. And Oblivion did commit a lot of cooldowns, but trying to see if he can still catch himself a reset. I don't know if he can really properly get himself a reset. I feel like you should have just maybe had yourself that big go, committed, charged out, blinks, everything at the ready. Just get out there, because I feel like the dampening is not going to be in your favor whatsoever. With that succubus getting CCs on you, gives Kreisbet an opportunity to position around you and put some portals on you. And I think eventually you're just going to end up melting, but maybe Obliv got himself a plan. Maybe he's a man with a plan. Does go for a breath as an infernal dropping on his dome. It's going to be able to blink back towards his last blink location with a reversion. And it's going to be Nova onto those pets. Trinkets got an interrupt on the Kreisbet. Is it going to be another? Trying to see if he can blast him out. Big touch to the magic of the Kreisbet. Just arcade blasted it back to back. But the Dark Pack keeping him plenty healthy. Unless the touch of magic just does a ton of damage. Portals opening up for Kreisbet. One portal, second portal. Oblivion is just going to take a lot of damage. Massive Chaos Bolt with some Shadow Bolts are going to be attacking him. Constantly harassed by the Succubus, as well as the Infernal radiating fire damage all around him. Obliv trying to see if he can maybe go for. Trying to see if he can steal appearance of Kreisbet. Maybe the pet will be like, you know what? That's not the guy I'm trying to attack. Maybe he can spoof it, but Obliv got no help whatsoever. Kreis just needs the Executor too. Obliv trying to do what he can to live this man. High dampening, trying to still keep it a play here. He's still trying to keep it going, but man, the guy got nothing. I feel like that is such a rough one. He's still trying to play defensively. The fact that he is able to survive with 50% dampening, I feel like should say something about mages, honestly. But man, it's just like, I mean, it's just in the death throes, right? It's just been for a bit. Now dampening is super high. No one has any healing. So Yasha the Paladin, he's gonna have to play the bop, the bubble perfectly. He doesn't have any healing at all. So if he makes a mistake, if he makes a misplay, if he just doesn't pop bubble as well as wings and just blast out Kreisbet in one shot, I think he just loses it. Because maybe this is going to be good for Kreisbet though. This whole duel, this whole setup. Big damage on the Yasha with a dot, fear, double portal. There's going to be lots of pressure. Mortal, he has to bubble it. He has to do something. Shield of Venus will not be enough. Chaos Bolt is going to get you super low. You have to bubble it. Incinerate in case you're going to go for a Hodge. You're just done for. Yasha trying to see if he can recover dust with his wings, and he's still trying to see if he can fight through it using Word of Glories. I don't know if that's the play. This is going to be Kreisbet pulling the pet back for just a second, but doesn't want to get it out there just to harass Yasha for a bit. Maybe to hit him with a second CC and get a better angle. There goes the angle. Yasha's just going to have to bubble it. There goes the bubble. But now you got no bubble, no wings to pair together. Kreis is going to use mobility to escape you. It's going to be big mobility. Kreisbet does have a gateway in case he needs to. Yasha trying to see if he can lock it down, but he can't really do that. He's going to try to see if he can reposition. It's going to be draining life around the corner. Man, that is a rough one. But this definitely does benefit Kreis. When the game goes into that high dampening, you just have to have a big Hail Mary at the end. You have to commit everything. You have to. Yasha, try to see if you can potentially punish that Succubus for poking its head out. Where Kreisbet needs to be is putting Succubus in his area. They can pull Yasha away from a pillar, hit him with all the souls in the world. But looks like Yasha trying to at least eliminate the Succubus, which may give Kreisbet less control. Trying to see if he can summon a fresh new Succubus. Perfect to summon really quickly. Immolate to follow right after. Got himself a big portal with a soul fire right after. That's going to be a ton of damage. Shadow Fury locking him out the open. Does he have himself a Casbolt? Fear to follow Casbolt 1. Does he have any more damage right after? Big instant cast right after to follow. That's going to be Yasha. No help whatsoever. Oh no. I think that Shadow Portal is just going to end up eliminating you. With a Succubus getting a couple of slaps. My goodness. Just walked in, burning his soul, and he's out of there. Jesus is going to be up next. I think he needs to realize that mistake that the Paladin made and used to try not to follow the same footsteps. Got himself the AMS, which is going to give you immunity to spells. Trying to get aggressive with Kreisbet is going to be able to lock him down behind the pillar. The Scribes have mobility. It's going to be a Dark Pact. He definitely needs to burn all the mobility he can. Got himself perfectly set up gateway so you can actually go quite a distance and veer behind the pillar. Jesus unable to really get his whole army of the dead to coalesce, but Kreisbet playing it defensively, waiting out for their entire army. Going to be that Infernal dropping in, army joining up. But that's going to give Kreisbet actually a lot of resources. Wall to follow him. Yasha going to go for as much damage as possible. Casbolt to Jesus has himself the AMZ. That's the only thing that's keeping him alive. Kreisbet trying to see if he can walk him out of there. Another Casbolt is the trick inside of it, but that AMZ barely do anything for you. It's a 50% magic damage reduction, but it's barely doing anything for your health. Succubus see around the corner, does end up Lich burning out of it. Kreisbet is trying to see if he can avoid him. Stun around the corner, maybe reflect to follow him. Could use reflect, maybe could reflect the stun back at Jesus. He does have himself the AMS. Kreisbet out in the open. Jesus has no help whatsoever. Does he get to burn through him? Chicken for Christ's man. Does he have the instance? Jesus, does he go maybe for a stun? Oh, shot of burning him down. This Warlock just doesn't go down. This Warlock just wants to make sure that if he goes down, everybody's going to be going down in the hellfire. He's literally breaking the 7 levels of health for these boys immediately just on his own. Gonna be fear into BD. The pet is gonna be able, the demon summon is gonna be able to break him out of that fear. Mortal on the BD. Crazbet try to use whatever instance he's got. BD, try to see if he can cleave him down. Crazbet has range onto BD, but he's just gonna bleed out. That's gonna be second BCC. Try to go for a casable last second, but that's all he can really do, man. That is rough with Ipa's Thorns, which means in French, I don't use thorns. Gonna be up next versus BD. Immediate immunity. Try to see if he can escape him. Crazbet played until such a high dampening. You gotta play that chess match against these boys when you got no healing. Every defensive, every mobility counters can counter enemies go, enemies burst, and every time you could reduce the potential damage of the enemy, you can actually gain more value and just outlive him entirely. And Crazbet, I think, did a fantastic job at no healing whatsoever. Oh my goodness. Lead by BD, got himself a bunch of bleeds. He needs to recover. He needs to do as much as he can. Impus could be going down here. Big leave, but it's going to be a wall. Impus trying to see if he can bash him down. Impus needs to end the duel right there. If he just goes for an escape, he's trying to go for a heal. That's not the play, I don't think. BD got himself double glaive. Stone to Impus. Blade dance. Oh, wait. Maybe defensive play was the play for Druid. Yeah, defensive play with bleeds was the play. It was just like, you know what? I got bleeds. Christ with a 1v4? I didn't even realize that man went for 1v4. Are you kidding me? My goodness. Oh lordy. Oh lordy. Let's get ourselves another going here, boys. Yeah, we gotta get, I think, Johan another game. I definitely gotta get Johan in here. Let's get another one going, boys. Let's go, let's go. Are we gonna return to Dasho standing in the middle of the arena, everyone else pillar humping? Maybe Crooked. Hopefully not though, you know. Hopefully they'll keep adjusting our classes so we don't really get that kind of meta, you know. I really wouldn't want to see that. Melee, it's so weird. It used to be like range just to hang out by the pillar and melee one to play out the open, but the game has changed so much. Does that make his name? Yeah, me too, you know, me too. Dragonflight can hide every class of superior mobility. I don't know. I feel like Shadow Priest and Paladins will like word with you. Group ready? All right, let's get my man Atho in here. Jesus got to play. Let's get Atho in here versus Johan. Johan and Atho. Chat. Give me arena suggestions. Give me arena name. Give me your favorite arena to watch duels in. Right now. Go. What do we got, man? We got Blade's Edge. We got Nagrand. We got ourselves Blackrock Hold. We got ourselves what? Toveron. Give me one. Kyrian. Bro, I'm not gonna flashbang you guys. Mugambala. I can do that one, but do we want to do it? Flashbang. Flashbang. Watch out. Do I do it to you guys? Do I do it to you? They gotta add a dark mode version, man. You know what I mean? They have to. What the hell is this? Why am, oh, pets. Why is their health bar so blue? I can't even read that name. It's so dark blue. Flashbang? You guys saying flashbang. Okay. How do you spell it? Elysian, right? Elysian? I didn't spell it right. Kyriad? Kyriad. It says failed. I don't know what to call it. Elysium? I don't know what's it called, chat. What do you call it? Let's flashbang. Gotta say Mugabala though. Mugabala, I'm not against Mugabala. I'm just afraid it's gonna be like a feral rogue wet dream with like the corner and the pillar and all that. It's Elysium. War game request failed. Elysian hold. What if it does a hold? No, Blackrock hold. That wouldn't work. I'm trying. It's not working. I'm trying Elysium. It says group request failed. I don't think it exists. Empyrean domain. That's the one. Okay. Empyrean. Oh no. Flashbang, watch out. Okay, we haven't done Imperial Domain. Oh god, it's already, it's not even like it's nighttime for me, but it's not even like 12 a.m. Oh, it's so bright. I'm so sorry. We're doing it for the memes chat. But I'm so, oh my god, it's blinding. Wow. Oh, this needs a dark mode. Oh my god. This definitely could benefit from a dark mode. Jesus Christ. You know it's gonna be bad when the loaded screen is just a flashbang. Yeah. I feel like I don't really mind this when I'm actually dueling. Or I'm actually like not but doing arenas. Like when I'm queuing arenas and I get this one, I really don't mind this one that much as an arena. Like when I'm playing. I don't know what it is, but then I think it's because I'm focused, I'm concentrating or whatever. But when I'm watching it as like a spectator, yeah, it definitely is a definitely a weird experience, man. It's just so bright. I mean, I like the skybox, it's great, but like, it's so bright. Which? We got ourselves team 1 to go with Cry's bed. Over in that team, we got ourselves Ipasta Thorns, or Ipas Thorns. I messed up your name really badly. Kazakh's on the team as well with a Frosty Mage City. We got ourselves Cry. Wait, Cry. That's the name I haven't seen in a while. Cry. Wait, I remember Cry? Dude. Oh my goodness, Cry makes a return? Wait, Cry came back to the game? No way. Miss Ball's gonna be first up versus the Frosty Mage. I like that we have a Frost Mage here. Gonna try to see if you can potentially blast out Miss Ball. Does interrupt him on fire. It's gonna be able to lock him out. Mortal sent in. Does see himself a defensive all the time, so he should be able to be okay. Using all the time and using mobility in order to escape as Miss Ball. Trying to see if we can pressure him around the corner. That's gonna be Ice Wall. I think Ice Wall actually is gonna be able to deny that stun. That's gonna be to try to see if he can get himself a bit of an angle. Flurry with ice senses around the corner, trying to see if he can maximize the damage. Gonna be that succubus CC, but it actually puts him snugly right against the wall, so Miss Ball can't really get a proper angle. Trying to go for Soulfire, and it's gonna be actually Soulfire interrupt out of the Frost Mage. Does get the premonition. I think it's called premonition. PvP talent where if you get a Juka kick, you get to basically cast for free for a short moment with big haze buff. And I think also immune to CC as well. But it's going to be a big Soulfire onto Miss Bolt onto Tedious. He tried to go for a big Ledge Spike. Does he get to go for it? Negation Spike does get sent. I don't know if he got a flurry with it, but it looks like Spike does connect, reflect up from his Bolt. And the Mage may be down for the count. It's going to be a portal sending him back to back. I don't know if he can do the second Ice Block. I think he still may be on DR. Does get himself a shield last second. Potentially could be a Ice Block here though. And he's trying to see if he can just walk away from the Incubus, but the Incubus is going to CC for just a second with a portal chipping away at you the entire time. Precognition, that's the one. Chicago, thank you for letting me know. Premeditation is what I think it called it, but precognition is the actual name. Yep. If you get a Juka kick, you get yourself a nice little buff that makes you immune to CC, big haze buff, immune to interrupts. So it helps you get some cast off and punish the enemy for missing their kicks. Gonna be a big Soulfire versus Cry with Shadow Fury right after. Cry's a rogue I haven't seen in such a long while. I remember him joining in a lot though. Gonna be a Warlock Hellstone with a burn, Soul Stone, as well as a Soul Burn for Miss Bull. Trying to see if he gets some damage to Cry, but he does go in for a Cloak of Shadows. Big Dark Pack ready for Miss Bolt, using it in order to give himself a little bit of a defensive against the Rogue, but the Rogue is gonna vanish out, go into Restealth, pop himself a Sippy Cup, and go for a full recovery. Miss Bolt may have to pick up the eyes here. There's eyes on the far side, but also on the close side of the arena. As long as they keep on the Incubus somewhere close nearby, should be able to prevent the Rogue's go. Shadow Blades for the Rogue. Incubus starts off with a Seduction immediately, walking the Rogue away before the Secret Technique can really just ravage the Rogue. Big Infernal coming down. Cry trying to see if he can avoid it. Portal is going to be able to slam down a big cast bolt that Cry is cast from his bolt. Trying to keep the Rogue out the open, but the Rogue goes in for advantage. Maybe Rain of Fire does not quite connect. Maybe the Rogue still has dots on him. It looks like maybe he does have dots. Miss Bolt may have to be thinking about potentially waddling over towards one of the eyes and using that in order to build some pressure. Cry does get hit with a Bonds of Fel. That is going to put him in combat for a second. Rain of Fire is going to keep him in there with an Infernal, putting him some burning pressure on him. It's going to be a trick from his bolt. Mortal Coil into Cry. I think Mortal Coil was used. Maybe Succubus CC. Actually, those two might have overlapped. So Cry trinketing out for one of them. I think was able to trick in both of them. Going to be a big cast from his bolt, trying to get some pressure behind the pillow versus Cry, but he just needs a couple more calm points and it'll be good to go. Dark back to the ready, trying to see if he can set up supports over the Sky. It is going to put pressure into the Rogue. That's going to be Bonds of Fel. If he wants to leave the Bonds of Fel, he's going to have to take some damage from it. But like, does he want to? He kind of stuck behind the pillar if he doesn't want to take the fire damage. That's going to be Succubus CC immediately stopping him by the corner. Oh, big damage. Oh, my God, Chasm. Oh, the fire, dude. Oh, Channel Demon Fire does burn the Rogue Sheet Death. My God, that is so much damage. Miss Bolt played a hell of a game, but it's going to be Ipas up next. Does get a juke his cast. Maybe Miss Bolt could just go for a couple of casts. Maybe a Fear. Does go for Warts up for a second. Bonza fell. Miss Bull got nothing left. Maybe Wall already. And it looks like this man is back. I'm not sure if he's DC'd or got rezzed or something, but he's not in. He's just here to spectate, I think. But he's not actually in. So just before we get confused. Big damage on the Impus though, as now is going to be up next. Slamming down that pet, but does not pick up a demonic soldier. So 20% damage increase is on the floor. I think he's trying to see if he can walk back over to grab it. As Impus took a lot of damage there. Used Wall, no more trick at the ready. He doesn't have a lot of defenses. Needs to get himself a proper reset. Stone to Nows. But can he do it? Now is just super aggressive right now. Does have blur, does have everything, but he's taking a bit of that bleed damage, so that's one thing that's advantageous for Impus. Another demon spawning in. Nows has himself a perfect opportunity to catch himself a bit of a reheal. Slaying the demon, catches up a lot of health, stealing the demon soul, 20% more damage. Impus out of bear form, so actually take a lot more damage than normal. Bear, it's gonna be main for a second, but does force the chicken out of Nows, but I think the plates of demons that are still gonna be quite brutal. As Nows, I think it's just gonna bleed him. I think literally auto attacked him through the wall, bled him, and auto attacked him through the wall, chip away his health little by little. My goodness. Oh my god, this is Kaz X? Is it potentially Kaz? Because I know Teddy ain't here. Is it Cries? Potentially? It looks like it's looking at Cries. I think it is Cries. Is the man AFK? Is the man deceived? Hopefully not, because the empathy is gonna be going up little by little. Oh my goodness. He got rezzed? He did get rezzed, but as long as he's like not, you know, it's Johan. Johan is a regular in these duels, so I don't think Johan is going to be that disrupting the duel. You know what I mean? I highly doubt Johan is going to be disrupting the duel. He got rezzed. I don't know how that happened, but I'm okay with him running around and just kind of chilling. As long as he's there to spectate, if he just wants to have fun, chat with the boys, just jump around, I'm perfectly cool with it. As long as he doesn't interfere with the duels, I'm fine with it. Johan is so much of a regular. I trust him. He's watching trolling around. Yeah, as long as he doesn't like actually like impact the duel, I think he'll be okay. I think Glitch is like, yo, time to go. Dampening, it's rolling up. We gotta go. And Cryzbed realized, wait, I'm next. Okay. I think we figured it out, boys. I think we figured it out. Cry's gonna be up next versus Nows. Immediately get hit with a stone, but that Succubus CC is gonna veer in the opposite direction. I love that Mog, by the way, that full rogue set. It looks so good with that green. Gonna be a mad meatball. Actually, a green snotball more than anything. Rolling in towards Nows. Portals are up. I don't think portals have much of a range. I think it's just gonna keep pelting it even from a distance. Nows does end up spawning in a demon from the twisted near the slain and picks up his soul, but doesn't see a lot of recovery. It's gonna be Chaos Bolt, but does get slammed down either way though. I think he picked up some health somewhere. I think maybe Warlock health last second. Stun onto Cryzbed. Does himself dark back. Gonna be a ASUS break, but Cryzbed has a lot of pressure for Nows. Nows actually burned in immunity just to escape Cryzbed. He took a lot of damage, still got a little bit of dots on him. Looks like he's able to cleanse himself with reverse magic. So at least able to remove the immolation from him. But still in a ton of trouble. Succubus swinging around the corner is going to be able to get you with a Succubus CC. Has a trigger for it, choosing to burn it. Cryzbed wants to make sure to punish it, hits it with a conflagration. Can he take down the Demon Hunter though? I think the H is a no help. Maybe he could just blur. Metamorphosis is coming back up. If you can use Metamorphosis, summon a demon and use Hunt and just put pressure onto Cryzbed, he may be alright. Does go for a stun, potentially Succubus C running in the other direction. It is going to be Hunt either way though, but there's going to be a Succubus, another. Actually, it's more of a Shivara spawning in to try to see if he could break him out of the fear. Does go in for a meta, picking up Demonic Soul, charging towards Cryzbed. He's opening up some portals. Going to be a stun right after. Succubus can't really prevent him anymore. It's going to be Infernal slamming down Janawa. And Cryz may have to go for a wall here. Does go for a big gateway, but now has himself in such a good spot right now. Now this could actually take him out. But that's going to be Infernal next year. You got to make it go. You got to make a play. Oh, shot a bird. Oh, Cryzbed barely lived it. Oh, and he still hasn't burned a wall. He's still holding onto a wall. Are you kidding me? How are you still holding onto a wall? Bulk is going to be up next. Trying to see if he could bulk up versus Cryzbed. Get hit with a Chaos Ball. It's going to be a lot of damage. Actually, break it out of that CC very, very early on. Cryzbed may be in a bit of trouble. Going to be the jab by Bulk. Trinket for Cryzbed. He's going to burn himself a defensive. Mortal Call to follow. Bulk does have a trinket for it. Cryz could go for a wall in case he wanted to. Wait, I feel like defenses for Cryzbed are kind of bugged. I think he just burned a dark bag, didn't he? Or wall? Or maybe I'm wrong in that one. I think I'm wrong on that one. Fear onto Bulk is going to be able to run him out in the open. Soulfire loaded up is going to be able to do a bit of damage while Cries behind the pillar. As long as he's got mobility, he'll be okay. Bulk actually looking for a retreat, but is going to board back in capital Cries bed. Is it going to be enough to lock him? Second BCC running him in the opposite direction for just a second. That's going to be Curse of Exhaustion slowing him down. Doesn't report as soon as the monk gets to reconnect with a jab. Bulk has a lot of damage on the raid. He could go for big defenses to cover his approach, and that's exactly what they need to do. Try to see if he catch up to Cries, but hit him with a slow. Succubus running the other direction in case he wants to go for that Succubus CC to maybe run Bulk away from him, and may just need to do that. I think he's just waiting now until Succubus CC can do it carefully. Going to be Diffuse Magic, reversing a lot of the dots for Kreisbad. Chaos Bolt into Shadow Fury, does connect. Does Kreisbad have enough damage? Comfort Grades, Shadow Bird, Bulk I think is just dead. Karma onto the main bench, try to see if he can maybe use that Karma note to keep going, but Kreis is going to reposition away from him, just running out of the fight entirely, going for the Warlock Hellstone. Bulk did burn a pretty big defensive there with that Karma, which gave him an opportunity to survive here, but still under a ton of pressure by this Warlock. Can they somehow reverse it on him? Has a leg sweep, as well as Serenity, and could potentially maybe get himself some big damage out of it too. It does still have a dampened harm, but I don't really know how much it's going to help against the magic damage. Fear onto Bulk, is able to avoid it. Chaos Bolt slams on him from the twisting portal, and that's going to be in cap with the Cries. Main defensive, main pet locked down too. Can't use the pet CC, has to go for the dark pack, but Bulk cut out in the open with no help whatsoever. Shadow Bird's conflict races, so he needed. Oh my goodness. With Gloosh up next. Oh no, dampening is super high. Cries just burned a wall. I feel like there's not much you can really do. Gloosh has him in the palm of his hand, and I think Cries better realize if it's not Atha coming at him, has to be Gloosh. Gouge immediately. Shadowy Duel has a trinket for it. He's going to try to see if he can walk away from it. Portal right after. He knows while Shadowy Duel is up, the pet can't help you at all. But actually, Kreisman is kind of Gloosh away from him, so the pet can't even go for CC. It's going to be Fear right after. Gloosh does go for a trinket immediately. That's going to be Sacrifice CC to follow. Cries with a Shadow Fury, and maybe he can get himself some damage. Gloosh has no cloak or Shadow 60 more, actually. Wait a second, Gloosh got no cloak. Vanish to follow. Infernal can slam down on him. Does slam the Infernal on him. Chaos Bolt. Oh my god. Kreisman is hit with a kidney shot. Can he somehow survive this? Got himself Reflect. But maybe wait a second. Gloosh is super low as well. Why is this going on? Oh my god. Vanish out of the rogue. Does get back in there. Bored by Kreisman. Can he take him out right now though? Got himself instant cast back to back Shadow Step. Oh my god. It was so close. So close. But Kazak's trying not to get Gloosh out of his side. Not all trying to take him out. Oh my god. That Warlock almost took him out. Are you kidding me? That was insane. How? If you got that kill right there, man, he had a Vanish. If he did not have that Vanish shield thing, oh, that would have been a whole another game, man. Oh my god, that was so clutch. Kazakhs, last one on team one. I know it looks like there's a mage over here, but you already got to play. Last one on team one versus my man Atha. Smoke bomb immediately. I don't know if he tried to go for blind. Like there's a blind by Atha. It looked like Kazakhs used a blind of his own. Mad damage on Kazakhs. Oh, Atha, what was that crit? Trying to see if he can avoid the paladin. Oh my god, he's fleeing from justice. He's trying to avoid this man, trying to get condemned. Oh, Athaman tried. He used to find the rogue immediately. First aid is up. Could pick up the eye just to make sure he always has the eye on the rogue. And he used to make sure that as he goes around the corner, as it goes around the pillar, he goes a long way to make sure he can get a judgment or a blade of justice to get the rogue in combat before the rogue can have a go Shadow Step. Oh, I tried to go for a step go, but Kaj is going to stop you. Still not out of the fight. Rogue goes in for advantage, gives him another escape. Man, double advantage for sub-rogue with that cooldown reduction is just insane. Rogue somehow gets caught out of self for just a second. I think the blade of justice was a crit and put a burn on Rogue for a short time. But Rogue does go burning a Warlock Hearthstone before dampening gets super high. 69% dampening. It's going to be really difficult to recover from. Rogue opens up with a Shadow Step. Does he have a go? Get a shot into Atha. Has a Blessing of Protection. So Atha has plenty of defenses to work with. But if the Rogue can just wait out for Blessing of Protection, he may be okay. Going to be Athaman. Oh, Wake of Ashes cleaves him. And Athaman, I mean, does he still want to have a duel with him? Technically, the Frost Mage already get to play. He's already got to play. But does Athaman want to fight him though? Either way though? I think he's just walking in just to give himself just a stroll. Yeah, I think he's just like, you know what? Take me out. Take me out of here. Take me. Or maybe he actually wants to duel him. Does Atha actually want to duel him? You were proper. Because already like team 2-1. But I guess we're just getting a freebie, right? Just a freebie. One more. This man gets another chance to make Frost shine. Another chance. So far he's been trying to make Frost work, but it's been a little bit of a tougher one. Gonna be a big back flurries. Ice is back to back. This man just got a bunch of barrages of lances blind onto the Frost Mage. Trinkets out of it immediately. Stunned by Atho. Does he have a blink? He does have a blink to get out of it. Trying to go for a big Glacier Spike. Maybe a flurry. Big Ice Fury. Wait a second. Maybe big. Oh my god, Atho's insane. Oh my goodness. Imagine if that mage would have got that kill at the end. That was so close too. Oh no. That was crazy. Alright, let's get another going, man. Yeah, I don't want to do dark. I don't want to do bright ass arena again, man. That was a flashbang watch out moment. I don't want to do that strat again. That's a bad strat. Jesus is ready. Atho, Johan, let me know when you guys are ready. Dude, I've had so fun at these duels. Oh, that was so good. You know when you have those duels where the games are just so close, so clutch? I didn't even get what class to get to play. But when it's so close, so clutch, like anyone could win. It's on a brink of just, it's on a precipice of one or the other winning. It's so close, just so, I love those. Fun one. Also, Dalaran, the people demand to know your accent from. Where my accent is from. So originally Russia Annas. That's why I speak a little bit of Russian on stream, especially during duels. We have a pretty big like Slavic audience, not just Russian audience, but like a lot of other people in other countries as well. In that region area. Mouse isn't bugged that I can chase the rogue around pillars. Yeah. We're ready again. Jesus ready. Johan is ready. So I guess we can do Johan. Jesus, I'll be doomed if it is. I don't know if Atham is ready, but I'll get Johan and Jesus here. What arena do we do, man? Do we just go back to the Grand? Dalaran, we got Lordaeron. On. I think that's it. Yeah, we got it. Hell yeah. It's originally Russian though on us. Tolveron? Nah. We can't do Tolveron Koma. It's way too big. It's a massive arena. It is way too large for what we try to do here. Way too large. Let me know if you guys are, if I need to requeue again, because I know Johan said he's ready, but maybe one of you guys was in LFG. So let me know if we gotta go again, if it's just not popping up. And check to make sure you got if you need to delist. Please on a Lordaeron. Okay, we can switch it over. We can do a different arena than Lordaeron. What do we do then? We can do Blade's Edge, we can do Dawn Blade's Edge. Queuing for Ruins of Lordaeron, very weird. In queue. Okay, it probably bugged. The teammates on Jesus were like, nah, I don't want to do that one. What do we do then instead? Because we've done Black Rook Hold, I like Black Rook Hold. We've done Hook Point, I like Hook Point. Do Athaman's group super interesting? For sure, I'll get him in there after. I try to see if I can get some variety here. Hope you're doing well, Dalaran. Hello, Dalaran's wife, how's it going? Love your content. Watch for Robinson. Let's go. What's up, Rocker? I'm trying to figure out what arena do we do, man. Let's just do the Grand, I guess, yeah. The Grand. It is a fantastic arena. It is a nice little middle ground for where no class really has a crazy good advantage. It is just as even as it comes, and it has a dark mode version. For all you boys hanging out in the dark mode. Although I feel like the light mode or the daytime version of this arena looks better in video than the dark mode. I feel like when the compression and all that stuff is done and over, I feel like the light mode version of this arena looks better than the dark mode. I don't know what it is. Maybe just me. Could be wrong. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Maybe just my preference though. Whenever I'm editing it. Are they nerfing Ruby Life Pools yet again? Oh my goodness. A cell channel. I don't know what Viper means by is there a cell channel here. A cell channel. Like, were people trying to sell, like, in-game services? Probably not a good idea to start doing that. I know the communities got banned at some point. I'm not sure about that. Unless it means something else. Let's talk about community stuff. Switch. Got us a team all together with Cries Bad. Looks like first step of the Dash Warlock. Gotta be Ipus Thorns, which means I don't press thorns in French. Kazakh's on the team. We got Cry in there as well as Titty. Gonna be up versus Team Jesus. And looks like the unholy death that charges out first. But the Succubus is gonna control him in the opener. Immediate Lichborn before. Cries Bad can really get himself a proper go here. gonna be the full army of the undead charging out, the abomination rising, the army of the dead, the ghouls rushing out from the graves and entering combat with the mages of the dead, but Christman evades it entirely, leaping away. The army of the dead trying to see if he can chase after him. Try to go for a big old leap. That's going to be Dark Pact to keep him safe. And Jesus, for the most part, a lot of his pets did not really get much value. He does get the second CC interrupted as it is a big old Infernal slamming down on his head. Big Mortal Coil running Jesus behind the pillar. It's going to go for the stun by the pet, but it's still not going to be out. But Jesus either way onto Jesus. May be able to potentially blast him out. Portals are going to open up. Jesus does not have AMS. May need to use the AMZ here. Blinded to Christman, trying to see if he can release some of the pressure. Going to be a case about getting loaded in with a wall as Christman has committed some damage. But while Jesus is inside of the dome with the AMS, he's reducing a lot of the damage. A lot of the magic damage just goes out of the window into those absorb shields instead. Big portals open up. Double portal. The shadow and the chaos just rip it apart versus Jesus. Is going to be a big case about getting loaded up. Jesus does go for a big health increase. Trying to see if he can fight versus Christman as it does go. Burning a soulstone with a hellstone. Fear onto Jesus, goes in for a range stun. Just needs one more global. He just needs one more shadow burn. Couple flag rates. That's all he needs. As Jesus got nothing left at all. He does get spellboard and randomly proccing for him, but that's barely keeping him alive. Next soul burn. This is going to be over. Jesus does have AMS. Good to try to use that AMS as he's approaching the Warlock. Try to summon up yet another set of pets. The A-bomb is joining in. But man, the guy's just so behind. If Christman can control where the succubus is to veer Jesus out in the open, a couple of portals, and the man, there's just not much you can really do about it. Maybe you can just go for succubus here around the corner just like that and keep him there. While Christman is slowed, it's going to make it harder for him to really approach. And Mortical sent in. Just needs a couple instants. Portal opened up, I think. No, actually just all committed for those instants. Fozzie gonna be up next. Trying to see if he can potentially make some big damage happen as a marksmanship. What is that double tap damage? What is that explosive? Double tap rapid fire explosive. Christman is gonna be in a pain. Oh my god. Marksmanship hunters, man. They are nutty. We actually featured a couple of marksman clips last week. My god, them kill shots just piercing right through the heart. Fozzie gonna be out here playing the bit of that mem. Marksman is about to lose the double tap at 10:05, man. About to be losing that double tap. I wonder how the damage and how the sustain is going to go after that change. I'm a little bit afraid for them, man. A lot of people are excited to play double tap. A lot of people generally like that ability. But we'll see. Let's see if Teddy potentially can maybe get himself a better go versus Fosse. He's going to drop down a Frozen Orb. As long as Fosse can get himself a proper double tap go with explosives, he'll be fine. Freezing Trap onto the Frost Mage, trying to control him as Fosse, trying to deny as much damage as it can. It is a Frost Mage. We don't see a lot of those. I don't really know how afraid you should be of the damage he can do, but we'll see. I think Fosse may be in a situation where he should be okay. Death Shock him onto Titty, taking a bit of damage though. That's going to be the mage trying to see if he can charge out. Does he have ultra time right now? It looks like potentially he does. So Fosse knows he needs to delay his damage until a little bit later. Does go into camo, double tap at the ready. Does himself a proper go. Potentially got him some big defensive. Rapid fire onto the titty. It's going to be an ice block to follow. Just has him in such a situation where he can't even get out of the block. He has to sit there the entire time because Fosse got big aim shots back to back at the ready. My goodness. Going to be binding shot stun, blink for it to follow as the mage trying to see if he can get himself a bit better position. Fosse trying to see if he can maximize that range though. Trying to see if he can get away from Teddy with a rapid fire behind the pillar with explosive shot, kill shots to follow. My goodness, that is a lot of damage. That's just a ton of output. Breath onto Fosse. Glacial Spike. Is that enough? Does go for Fade Death. Reduces damage greatly. I do wonder how much that would have done without that Fade Death. But Teddy has no health whatsoever. The man. Oh! And the big explosive does end up taking him out. Man, Hunters have so much damage. They're a glass cannon, but a pretty big emphasis on that cannon, man. Emphasize the cannon. Kazak's going to be up next as a rogue. I feel like that is the one class that can deal with a marksman easily, unless the player almost gets him out in the open. Fosse in that camo, recovering a lot of health. If you can use the pet to potentially stun lock the rogue, maybe he could have a go. The rogue is going to have to be very quick. That marksman damage. I basically synonymous. I made in my brain marksman synonymous with like mage. Flare doesn't quite get him. I thought for some reason our flare would go in this direction, but it went that direction. As Kazak's out in the open, thinking about picking up eyes. The rogue waking out on that freezing trap. Does he take it? Is right next to it. Oh, he's so close to it, isn't he? Son, trinket for a hunter. Trying to see if he can get himself a big go. Double tap versus Kazak's. Does he go for evasion? He does go for evasion. And Fosse, I think, is just going to back up out of there. He needs to wait a little bit longer until evasion's gone, and then go for a big double tap if he can potentially get the rogue out in the open. The pet keeping him in combat. Flare down. Looks like double tap is just going to go out of the window this time around. But at least Fosse is keeping himself alive. Has a trap set. Does Kha'Zix eat it? Try to see if he can stay at range. As long as he's right not next to these traps, not right on top of him, he should be okay. He has a little bit of range to his auto attacks right now. And his abilities. Big turtle shell for Fosse is taking a lot of damage. Try to see if he can cancel it. Maybe a big rapid fire to Kha'Zix. Is it going to be enough though? Does something to follow? Fosse trying to give himself a bit of a heal. Body shot onto Kha'Zix. Does have a trigger for it. Does Fosse have anything to follow? It's going to be a big volley down. Flare. Does Kha'Zix get put out in the open? I think he's in his Cloak of Shadows. But someone keeping him out in the open. I don't know if it's a dot or whatever. Fosse does himself full burst in the ready camo to follow. Does he find the rogue randomly? Trap? Rogue barely walks by it. I think he more or less saw where Fosse was going for just a second, but couldn't quite sap him. That is full cooldowns rolling for Fosse. Double tap at the ready, back up. If he can just find Kha'Zix, Kha'Zix, he should be able to take him down here. No more trick available for the rogue. Flare down, finds him. Freezing trap as the rogue trying to go for a big go. Trying to go in ready. Look at the rogue. He's going in for the stab. But stun comes out. Double tap. Exposes shot. Rapid fire. Nothing he can do. Oh my god. This rogue. My god. This hunter with an explosive go. Fosse. Oh my goodness. Cry. Knows exactly how to deal with this hunter. He's seen what happened to the other guy. I'm surprised he didn't walk over a trap. I don't even know where the trap is, but I felt like he were on top of it for a second. Is that a pet sack? Might have been a pet sack. Fosse taking a lot of damage, but doesn't die just yet. Freezing trap. It's going to be a volley. I don't really know what he can do right now. Volley. Oh, big damage on the cry. Wait a second, Fosse. I don't think he's got a lot of health left, but he's got a lot of damage. Binding shot. Yo, if you get some kind of there's no way the freezing trap is going to give you a go, right? Aim shot. Vanish. Oh, there's no way, dude. There's no way. No way. Oh, no. My God. Well, let's have the pet in the opener. That's a good question. I did notice that a lot of hunters run an undead pet. Like, this is a lively pet, but he ran a pet that's literally a skeleton. Can't undeads not be sapped? I'm pretty sure undeads, like pure undeads, like marked as undead, not beast, but as undead. I'm pretty sure those pets cannot be feared or sapped. So I don't think he can literally sap at all. I don't think he's even allowed to. Although I could be wrong on that one. I'm not sure which pet counts as undead or which ones count as beasts. I was pretty sure the skeletal, like full bony raptors, were pure undead. But I could be wrong on that one. Chat can help me out on this. Any hunters in the chat? Kiosk, where you at? Stun, onto, cry. He's going to go for evasion. Try to see if he can evade some of the paladins' justice. But the holy damage just keeps burning right through that evasion. You can dodge some of the physical hits, but that full holy radiating fire? Not much you can do about that. Cheap shot. Bubble for Yasha. Decided he needs mobility and needs immunity rather. Cloak of Shadows for Cry. Got himself magic immunity, but it may not be enough. Blind to separate from Yasha. Does not have a trinket. It's playing into the double on use and passive damage trinkets. Maybe with Battle Masters, but mostly just got himself that human racial to break him out of CC. Against a blind, not much you can really do about it. They can't something only Paladin can believe. Okay, yeah, those barking him go back to the south, lol. That's a fair point, Carlo. I feel like when it comes to like that kind of like a high stress situation, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's just like, oh, I really should have in hindsight, but like while you're in combat, you're just trying to stay alive and you're trying to do whatever you can to live. And maybe one of those things that lapses you, you know? It could be one of those situations, you know? Very, very possible. Very possible. Probably the first thing behind the pillar. Try to see if he can go for a bit of recovery. Yasha out in the open, hanging out by the eyes. Does he go picking him up though? Or does he just let the rogue approach him? I think he wants to, but he's trying to really bait the rogue. That or he wants the rogue to open up. Then he can pick up the eyes after he's going for chasing on the rogue. Blessing protection immediately. Yasha getting locked down. Going for a lockdown with a Hodge onto Cry. Cry does have advantage back up, so you could use it in case he needs to. May just want to take lots of damage. Ooh, advantage. Barely alive. Consecration does not get you out, but Cry is able to make himself a swift, quick escape. With Yasha looking to potentially pick up the eye, but I think he's still trying to see if he can bait the rogue out in the open. I think he realizes if he picks up the eye and maybe gets sapped up by the rogue, that could be pretty bad for him. But the rogue is just way out there, man, waiting for them sippy cups. I think it's one of the situations where Yasha, he thinks that right now, best moment, best opportunity, wait for the rogue, he's going to come back up. He's coming here any moment. I just got to wait 2 seconds, 3 seconds, anytime now. And he opens on me. And he goes. But then he's like, you know what? I think the rogue is just gonna sit behind the pillar and go for recovery, which is exactly what the rogue is gonna do. That's why he actually, if he picked up the eyes, he would be able to press the rogue way earlier. Because Cry just waiting for cooldowns. He just got everything. I think Yasha should pick up the eyes. His thoughts on him at this point. Oh my goodness. The Raptors are on their undead section, so I don't think they're sappable, but I could be wrong. Yeah, if those Raptors are undead, then there's definitely, literally, he can't sap it. Cloak of Shadows on to Cry, does break out of the CC though versus Yasha. Yasha may be in a bit of trouble. Big secret technique may go down and shield him and just got him some battle master Trinket. Needs to make a play versus Cry. No Trinket. Now's the time for Yasha to make a play. Yes, he'll be able to do it. Or does he blow his chance? Oh, blind. He did his very, very best there. Unless the rogue comes back in and makes a big mistake right now. Yasha, I think it's over. I think it's done for the count for him. Does he have a human racial? That's all it's going to get able to help you. Man, that's unfortunate. You tried your very best and you finally one of your abilities crit. That wasn't against Yasha at all. If only one of his abilities crit, man, I think he would have been able to get it. Just going to be up next as an Evoker. First time we've seen Evoker this evening. Let's Cry, trying to see if we can avoid him the best possible. Going to be some claws for Tisik. Big shout out to Cry. Got himself the big shroud. As long as he doesn't get interrupted properly, like, he'll be okay. Going to be, oh, Pyre. Is it enough though? Pyre not enough. Does go for a vanish. Tisik unable to find him. Trying to see if he can get him out in the open, but he's going to have to pick up eyes though. The shroud is going to be falling off. If Cry can stay in stealth for much longer, a little bit longer, maybe he can get himself a proper go versus Tisik. As long as Tisik can somehow deny it. I don't really know how you would be able to do that at this point. He definitely should give himself a go versus the rogue. Does go for the claw. It's going to be meted Trinket. Shot step by Cry. Does he go for yet another kidney shot to follow right after? Does he try to see if he can avoid a bust as he can? Does he get himself wall, big healing, but may not be enough for this high dampening though. Trying to go for as much survivability as he can. Got himself wall with disintegrate. That may be enough to keep him alive though. This needs a little bit more globals. Fire breath hits the rogue. Does put a dot on him. The rogue may still be in trouble. Does get no help whatsoever. Trying to go for a bit of living flame heals, but Cry is going to shadow step and eliminate him. Wow, it's actually all the way down to Bach. Bach's the last one left. Is Bach ready? Is he there? He is ready. My goodness, this rogue is still alive. I can't believe it. I actually cannot believe it, chat. But Bach, we got no eyes available, so he's just gonna have to wait until rogue is out in the open. But then later into the duel, I doubt the rogue is gonna want to open up for no reason. He's probably just gonna sit in stealth forever and ever and ever. Until they get those cooldowns back. So Bach better start camping on one of these eyeballs. Play Marksman, so as long as he gets himself that eyes on the... Oh, wow, your pet is actually super speedy. Wait, he's looking out for the rogue using his pet with mobility. Wait, he actually walked by next to him really, really close. Hold on. Could your pet snuff out the rogue? Oh, no. Dude, if you were to stream peek, he would know exactly where the rogue is at. He's using his pet for, like, find the rogue and using sprint ability. Look at that thing go. That thing is fast. Is that the play? Is that what hunters do to find people? I never thought about it. Try to see if he can reposition. Eyes are up. He does put this pet kind of next to the eyeball over there. Bach may want to pick up the eyes. Just let the pet find him. That's exactly what he's going to go. He's going to do. He's going to put up flare next to the eye. Send the pet out there because the pet will sniff him out. Send your pet out. There he goes. He knows exactly more or less where he's at. The pet is going to be able to approach him, get the rogue out of stealth. That's actually going to be a sap for the pet. Oh no. Does he get to stay in stealth? Second eye is available. Bach trying to see if he can pivot towards it. Cry trying to see if he can cut him off at the approach. Flares out in the middle of the open. He has a trap lay down. Does he trinket it? He may just have to. That is a lot of damage to go. Bach with a feign death, but just... Oh my god, that was a lot of damage. That was a lot. Huh. 4 for Cry? Really? Cry got 4 out of that one? What is that? Huh. Okay. The pet sniffing for the rogue. Literally sniffing out for him, man. Alright, well that was that. I am surprised Cry got 4 there. I did not expect it. I guess he did live with those guys for quite a while, didn't he? Arthur's ready. Jesus is ready. I guess we could do Arthur versus Jesus, yeah? Get these boys up and running. Get a couple more games in here. How many are we at? 105? 106? Wow. Wait, maybe 107. I don't know if I saved the other one. Alright. Let's go Arthur and Jesus, yeah? We got a second glitch in the works here, boys. What arena do we do? Jesus' team does not want to do Lord Ron. Well, Draxus? I feel like Maldraxxus is just way too big though. How long are you running for the day? As long as we got groups, I'm down to look for a couple more. That's up to you, Johan. I was gonna check to see after this one. But I haven't eaten anything and I'm getting hungry, so maybe this next one could be the last one. Maybe. I am at the point where I'm just starving. And I'm just losing energy. But I just haven't eaten anything today at all. I try to get up as early as possible. But I just haven't eaten. I've just been trying to work the entire time. Work. Doesn't matter what arena we do. Bit of variety. I like Blades. I'll do Blades Edge Arena. I want to go on an arena that I find thematically gorgeous. Although if you have Warlocks in the team, you're going to get some advantage from it. Definitely big advantage. What do we got? Monk? We got one Warlock? 2 Hunters? Maybe Hunters will get some advantage out of it. Oh, let's go. I love the variety we got tonight, boys. We got a lot of little classes, man. We got a lot of different playstyles out here. I love it. Fractal returning. Let's go. Hell yeah, boys. Hell yeah, nice damage. What's up, Carlo? How you doing, my man? Hope you have a good one. But yeah. Hi, all. What's up? Lee Masters. How you doing, my man? Hope you have a good one. Hi. How you doing? Welcome. Hope all of you having a good one. By the way, dude, this mix has been a jam so far. It's got literally the best, my favorite 5v5 duel songs in there. Absolutely been having a blast with it. Switch. Wait, there is one that I do think is a lot better though. There's one song that I think is fantastic. I want to see if I can find it. Just because it's such a bop. If I can find it. Can't find it. I might have missed it then. Is that it? I thought I saw it for a second. I will keep it as it is. We'll go as it is. Alright, switch. Gonna be Jesus first versus Fractal, literally getting knocked off the bridge immediately. The fact that you lined that up like pixel perfect, because you had to cover quite a bit of a distance on the bridge to make sure the guy goes off the side, but the Army of the Dead ain't going nowhere. Fractal is still getting barraged by a Valkyrie, getting slammed down by an Abomination that's transformed. The Valkyrie is the only thing that's really able to get a good angle on you right now, isn't it? While all the other pets are frozen up. Ring of Fire trying to see if he can burn past the Scourge as he just is going to drop down onto the bridge. Is going to try to see if he can go for the big grippy hand to grip him in, but Polymorph is going to come out either way. Chooses to trinket it maybe a little bit late, but does choose to burn a trinket either way. Knockback by Fractal trying to use mobility while casting, using that Ice Flow's talent in order to get himself some cast on the move at the distance. Stun onto Fractal, has a blink to follow right after him. Playing Blink together with Ice Flows could be really strong here. Main pet, Empower Fractal taking a bit of damage. Does he have himself survivability? Is that Alter Time moment? That is an Alter Time strat. As Jesus got himself full bar runic power. The Army of the Dead just doing some free damage to Fractal, trying to see if he can use the Wraithwalk just to stay away from the mage. I think he's trying to wait until he gives himself AMS just to make sure he has himself as clean of an approach as possible, because Archimage Burst is terrifying. And Fractal, because he's so heavy on burst, he knows he needs to wait until the perfect opportunity to have himself a go. Grip in, try to see if he can back away from Jesus, hoping to slow him down, maybe land a CC on him. Arcane Missiles to follow, does get interrupted on Arcane. Fire Breath is going to help him establish a little bit of control. Ring of Fire to follow right after AMS available for Jesus. Now this is where you want to commit some damage, but the Ice Block is going to use that by Fractal. And this is going to go for a full-blown recovery here. And Jesus got himself the Army of the Dead slowly marching in little by little. Stun to Fractal as he goes in for a blink, gripping him back in, intro and interrupt, trying to see if he can maybe get himself the Army of the Dead. Fractal at some point is just going to have a go. Ring of Frost to follow. Does he have himself a good go? Surge is going to be blind right after. Jesus trying to see if he can establish control, but Charles is trying to get frozen outside. Army of the Dead joined in. Fractal just needs to have a go here. He is getting interrupted on that Arcane. Super unfortunate, but still have himself a chance here. Does himself more burst? Does he have himself more damage? Has he been able to... Hold on. You did use Arcane Surge, right? It's hard to tell because you used to see Arcane Power on him, but I think that blue light emanating from him does mean he did use Arcane Surge, but does get taken down. Oh, I thought for some reason he maybe never get to use Arcane Surge. I thought to myself, like, man, this is where you come in and do damage, yeah? This is where you come in and just get some Arcane Blast, but he never really got to do it. There's just so much pressure on under the Death Knight. Gonna be a stun onto Bulk as Jesus is trying to see if he can avoid him, looking for a full recovery. IBF was used for Bulk. He just needs to reconnect with Jesus, but look at the Death Knight go. I've never really seen Death Knight just be so mobile, but as long as you're faster than the guy behind you, you're going to be able to outrun him and outrun whatever threats that's near you. Bulk taking a lot of damage, trying to see if he can bulk up and do damage back to Jesus. Jesus got himself big dark back, using it defensively, trying to see if he can put pressure into Bulk, but Bulk just going for big mobility, just trying to see if he can escape it. Jesus missing that interrupt, super unfortunate. Strike of the Windlord, that's going to do a lot of pressure. Jesus does, I think, burn him. Maybe not a Warlock Hellstone, it was something else for sure. Trying to go for recovery, AMS and breakdown. Bulk could be potentially putting pressure on him. Zuen joining in, that is going to give Jesus a lot of runic power. If Zuen does a lot of nature damage, then it's going to fuel him. Stun into Bulk, does go for a trinket. Does he have enough here to take down the Death Knight? But it's going to be blind to follow Jesus, trying to see if he can give himself a little bit more of a winning opportunity here. Full bar of runic power, but can't really use that to heal himself. Chain of Ice permanently attached to Bulk, trying to see if he can catch up to the Death Knight, able to jab back to him. Jesus looking for a Death Strike, but that Fist of Fear is not going to help you at all. Ooh, a touch of death does get you super low. The Death Knight almost escaped the clutches of a Windwalker bug. But those jabs make it just super impossible to fight through. Foster going to be up next. Binding shot into Bulk. Does himself big go. Stun to follow. Does himself anything right after. Big double tap at the ready. Big aim shot right after. Wait a second. That's huge Angel. Alexiup. Wait. Foster maybe going down. Bulk. Trying to see if he can turn around. Big Alexiup to follow. Oh my god. The monk damage was absolutely something. Fosse had him on the ropes. Just needed a little bit more damage. But Bulk does end up taking a big damn out of that guy. Is Proliv going to be up next? Looks like Proliv is up next. Picking up the eye, but Proliv is maybe AFK. Bulk trying to give him a chance. Wait. I think they figured out it's actually not the road going next. Big, oh my god, double tap rapid fire from back. Oh, Karma to follow the Bulk. Maybe use that Karma to reverse some damage back to back. Kill shots coming through. Needs another kill shot to follow. Maybe one more arcane shot. Bulk, does he have any more defensives? Does he have mobility? Trying to go for a bit of a reset behind the pillar. Looking for as much self healing as possible. It does get hit with a stun. I think Bach is going to have him here. There's no way, right? There's just no way. Oh no. Oh my goodness. That is unfortunate, man. That is unfortunate. Glitch going to be up next, trying to see if he can deny the Hunter a play. Hunter laying all the traps for him. Freeze the trap as the Gouch comes in. Oh, the Rogue is ready to go. But Bach is able to deny him a go. That's going to be a steel trap to follow. Glitch does go, trying to see if he can break out of it. I think was a Vanish maybe? Maybe not. Maybe Shadow Meld? Or Sprint to break out of the root. Bach, no help whatsoever, does get hit with the disarm, going in for a bit of acceleration, trying to get himself as much self-healing as possible, sending the pet back at Glitch, trying to see if he can keep the Hunter's Mark on him, but a clock shot is by the Rogue with a Shadow Meld re-stealth is going to let him get a proper escape. Bach can't go into a camo. If this man can achieve camo right now, he'll be okay. Flare down. He needs something. Maybe a pet to be able to get a glue shot in the open. Does get the pet attacking him, but the pet is going to get CC'd with a kidney shot onto Bach. Does go for the pet sack. Maybe that helps him survive. Maybe if Gloosh goes for a big crit. Maybe potentially freeze the trap onto Gloosh. Does not have a trinket. Bach needs an escape right now immediately. Does have a double tap. Does he chance it? Does shock him, stun onto Gloosh, does have an escape for it. Rapid fire is going to do a lot of damage. Vanish right after. Does still have Hunter's Mark on him. Ooh, big eviscerate taking down the Hunter. With Proliv going to be, I think, last one on team 2. That was quick then. Sap and a Gloosh. The Gloosh no longer has a trinket. If Proliv goes in for a big go, full bleeds on a Gloosh, I don't think Gloosh can survive it. But the Proliv needed to have a go there, but the Sap was super DR'd. I think maybe after a scatter shot? Or freezing trap? One of those two would have DR'd him. But Proliv needs to find an opener onto Gloosh. Gloosh picking up the eyes, I think, yeah? Gloosh does pick up the eyes. He's charging out to Proliv. He wants to be confident. He wants to hit him with a gouge before he has a proper go. Does he have the comp points? He does have comp points for a kidney shot. Proliv with the cloak shot is evasion, but it's still going to be a cheap shot by Gloosh, locking him down back to back. Proliv needs to make a play right now. He vanished. Blind to Gloosh. Gloosh no longer has a trinket. You gotta have a proper go. You gotta hit him with dots. Oh, but a vanish comes through. He does get a poison on him. The other poison should be on Gloosh. Does it go for a shadow shot? Kidney shot. Proliv, make a play now. Death mark, everything. You need to use it. Does use death mark, does use everything. Gloosh with the cloak shot is able to avoid some nature damage, but it's able to blast up Proliv before the dots have a moment to set in. My goodness, that's a rough one. That was a quick duel. That was ridiculously quick, actually. Paul there does get 2 kills there. Gloosh goes in for a cleanup duty, though. My goodness. That is crazy. Remember me? I do remember you crying. I remember you. I remember you used to be in these duels, I think, back in Legion and maybe BFA, yeah? Well, guy, how you doing? Yeah, Draktir with a Shroud is pretty terrifying, isn't he? They definitely are. Do we want more? I think I want to do one more, man. For Live Best Name Ever. You like it? Legion. Yeah, I remember it was either Legion or BFA. I wanted not to say Legion, but I wanted to cover my bases. But I do remember you used to play human rogue at the time, I believe, yeah? I know you played sub a lot. When sub like wasn't like... You played sub when it was good and was when it wasn't good. So I do remember you, my guy. How you been? How you liking the app, by the way? Hope you're having fun with it. There's got somebody on the Vulcan started if you're Arms Warrior. Hell yeah, dude. Those are good. Those are great, Lee. Arms and Fury are both pretty fun. Arms is getting some big changes in 10.05, so it's definitely something to commit to. And Fury is looking really, really good with even more changes in 10.05 as well. It's a great class overall. Warrior is fantastic. When you used to play this yourself, I played sub even then. Yeah. We do a lot of spectator stuff. When sub was Nightblade instead of Rupture. True, sub did have Nightblade. That was a weird one. Yo, sub, we're doing more. Ready? All right, let's do one more, chat. Uno mas. Go for Black Rook Hold. This will probably be the last one for the night. Some people like to see Rogue attack and hide. Agree with those. That's so cool and respect for that. What, Rogue? What? We have a variety of classes here, absolutely. If you hang out on these duels some more. We don't always have rogues in here, man. But like, what's a rogue supposed to do? Hey, your class is designed to run stealth, so don't stealth, because I don't like it. You know what I mean? I get it though. It does get annoying. We don't try to have too many rogues, though. We have rules in place on purpose, like not too many of one class, right? So we don't have a full 5-man team of rogues. So we try to go for as much variety as possible. Not all the duels feature rogues either, especially with the orders that we go. So we try to keep it diverse. I know that people would get really, really bored of a single playstyle. Rogues and feral druids in particular get probably the most amount of hate. But if you stick around these duels long enough, you'll see that we have plenty of variety here, man. We don't just always just go like, oh, let's just watch a rogue play 1v5 for an hour and a half. I think you'll enjoy a lot of these, man. We try to feature as many classes, many places as we can, but hey, the duels are not really balanced for 1v1s. 9-9? Oh, we can get 10 out of 10. Fractal? Can you AFK for a second? Real quick. Beautiful. Wonderful. Who's that first versus Fractal? Oh. Switch. I got to do my music, my audio stuff in the background. You guys didn't figure out who goes on first yet, have ya? Fractal gonna be first up versus Pro Live over for the team too. Assassination Rogue versus an Arcane Mage. The Arcane definitely needs to get aggressive and make sure he gets a play here. Knockback into Pro Live, does go for a Shadow Step. Cloak of Shadows really early for Fractal. This could be an opportunity to potentially get himself a big go. Can shout onto Fractal, does go for an ult time. Try to see if he can kite the Rogue around. This is gonna hit him with a polymorph, trick it out of the Rogue, put himself in potentially maybe a hard to win position. Does go for big poisons, and that's gonna be Deathmark with advantage for Pro Live. Is gonna get slapped down by that Arcane or put him out in the open. Garroted to Fractal, may have to go for an Ice Block. There is a lot of dots burning on him together with Sepsis. Poly onto Pro Live. Fractal trying to see if he can potentially hold onto defenses and just blast out the Rogue a little bit later. Big missiles to Sephora, but they'll take a lot of damage. Could be a big trouble. Fractal sees a couple of those instant cast Palm Pyroblast. Oh, Palm Arcane Blast, and he'll be in a great spot. But Proliv is going to be able to back up out of there. Goes into a bit of a reset. As Fractal sending out more orbs. Fractal was able to survive that full Deathmark Kingsbane go. So that is huge for him. Surviving that full go from the Rogue is going to keep you in a pretty healthy spot. Sap by the Rogue to follow. As Proliv trying to see if he can find himself a bit better of an angle into a Garrote right after. Kind of position from Mike to chat. I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit off to the side. Balio onto the Rogue though. As he gets himself full shields. Proliv potentially could be in a bad spot. He doesn't really have a way to really counter Fractal. He does have mobility. Blind is at the ready as well. He has himself what looks like Exsanguinate? People run Exsanguinate in PvP. Try to see if you can potentially kite him into the Ring of Frost, that or force him to fight it in the open. Trinket out of the blind. Has a blink in order to get out of those skinnies. So he's actually in a pretty decent spot. Trying to see if he can chase him with those missiles, but Proliv's still trying to see if he can maybe get himself a bit of a reset. Fractal just needs to get up in his face, I think. Put him out in the open in the middle with a Nova. Maybe go for a Poly. He's just going to burn missiles into him. If we can just do a bunch of missile damage, I think he'll be in a fantastic spot. Got himself a full touch on the Magic. That's where you really want to commit the damage and really push in a Magic. But Proliv was able to avoid it. Sepsis by the Rogue, trying to see if he can reverse some dot damage into Fractal. Is that potentially maybe Kingsbane on top of it? Arcane Surge out for Fractal. Cloak of Shadows by the Rogue, able to evade a lot of the damage. Fractal may have to go for an Ice Block unless it just goes for all the time. Is that what he has? Invis, try to see maybe if he can go for a greater Invis to give him 60% damage reduction. Proliv at super low health, getting knocked up in the air for just a second. That's going to be that all the time. Try to see if he can Nova him out, but doesn't quite get him. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Fractal trying to see if he can maybe turn around, but Proliv with that vanish. I think Fractal has him out in the open. You just need to lock him down in a quick Nova. Was that Deathmark control Ice Block? If that was a Deathmark control Ice Block, I think Fractal's in a great position. He doesn't have to worry about the big damage on the Rogue just yet. He does need to at some point commit some damage and get aggressive. He can't be playing passively around this Rogue, especially when he has him out in the open. He needs to get those missiles rolling in and just chain more missiles. Even as Rogue is looking for cover, get him out in the open and blast him as hard as he can. Chase him as best as possible. Ring of Frost should make it harder for the Rogue to escape. Trinket out for a live. Not really sure what he's trying to Trinket. Instant cast for Fractal already. Trying to see if he can blast him out. More missiles fall. Why he's got movement? He got himself there all the time, which is going to reset him back to a different position. Arcade Orb is going to collapse and it's going to slap him around. That's all the time. I think mostly uses it for defensives. But Proliv with the slow, I think just really crippling poison. Yeah, Fractal playing it, I think maybe way too passive. I think that's what's gonna lose him the game if he does that. He does need to commit a blink mid. He just needs to get in there, breath onto the Rogue, and Proliv getting hit out in the open. Fractal's still trying. I feel like Fractal just needs to go for barrages, man. Just skip slamming barrages into the guy. Because Rogue, I mean, time is ticking. The Rogue is gonna get cooldowns back. That's one thing that mages need to do, man. Our CyberPowerPC does it really, really well. At some point, you're like, you know what? I'm winning this one. I gotta put into the offensive. I just gotta put into pressure. Because Rogue, he's gonna get Cloak, he's gonna get Vanish, he's gonna get Deathmark, and I'm just gonna be dead. And you got an Ice Block. Might be really tough. Gotta get a killing streak on this mage someday. Imagine a title mate. That would be a hell of a title. That would be a hell of a title. Oh, yeah. That will work. YouTube is definitely going to love that one. Look, Shadows for Proliv, full Deathmark. Fractal may be in a bit of trouble. I think that passive play maybe what could hurt him here because he's just melting down to dust. Does have a big alter time to help him out. Proliv is still trying to stay as aggressive as possible or no? Actually, no. Both of them are playing super passive against each other. Proliv has full dots and Fractal runs away as soon as he puts him up. Fractal has full burst. This doesn't really push it towards Proliv. I feel like that back and forth is hurting both of them, to be honest here. If I'm fair. Let's see. The Emperor is going really high up, though. Whoever's going to be playing after this one, Jesus, as well as Yasha. Those guys need healing. Atho, you ain't getting any healing after this one. Get a shot into Fractal. Proliv, does he just commit damage? He does go for the Sepsis. But Fractal has him polymorphed out in the open. Within Ring of Frost, perfect opportunity to make some damage happen. This way, I think you want to commit as much as possible. Missiles around the corner. But he doesn't really push in. Like, I imagine like a blink would be perfect there, right? To chase and barrage, but maybe he's playing it super defensive. But I think it's going to hurt him at the end of the day. Hey, Dal, do Razageth boost requests? Do I do Razageth boost requests? Do I personally do Razageth boosts? No. No, I don't. I'm sure if you ask like maybe somebody in guild, I don't know if we're doing any sale runs or anything, but do I personally do any? I have no idea. I need to look into it, my guy. I'll need to look into it. Ring of Fire down. I mean, if you're an Illidan, you could cut like somebody at Rain Rainbows, maybe like Euro or somebody. If you have an interest in like getting a carry run, I'm sure we can maybe potentially put a group together. But it's not like a, as far as I understand, we don't have anything like. I could be wrong, but maybe I don't think we have anything organized. We haven't had for a couple of. I don't think we even did that much last year either. I have no idea. I need to look into it though. I have DM you. Okay, cool. I'll look into it for you, but nothing I can confirm as of the moment. Wait, why is this deal's going on for so long? Proliv, I think you just got a cooldown available. Everything but a trinket. Fractal also waiting out. Glitch, I think, is just trying to get this guy to just like, yo, please, just get in there, my guy. Just go in. Just get him. He got this. I believe in you. We're going into high dampener. What is this? That's a long duel. So maybe we absolutely did have a point then about like waiting for Rogue to restyle the whole time with that. Cloak of Shadows for Proliv, trying to maybe get committed with that Cloak of Shadows, staying aggressive, full dots on Fractal. He just needs to stay on him, does get the interrupt on that Arcane, knocked back, but has a second shot. So Fractal's in big trouble unless he presses Ice Block here, but he just goes down. Oh, I think the Seps is ticked out at the end. Shift Seps is just a big burst of damage at the end, just a big nature pop. Yeah, I think that's what I said at the very beginning. Like, his passive play is probably going to be the end of him. And when you play too passively, I mean, you're just gonna go down eventually. When you see the moment, when you see the opportunity to just get the kill and strike, you gotta take it. Otherwise, the game is gonna get turned around on you real fast. And for Liv, he saw like, you know what? I gotta push in. I got all my dots. This way we just go do as much damage as possible. And Athman at least is given an opportunity for Liv to go for a bit of an auto duel. The guy goes in for a little bit of a bow too. That's so nice. That's so wholesome. For Liv, the walking into this one with no offenses, minor use of defensives, can potentially still make a play, has a lot of sustain as assassination rogues do. They did get the Garrod build, improved Garrod build nerfed a little bit, but still lots of pressure overall. Eye for an eye for Athman, so Perliv better be a little careful. Nice poison bomb proc, which is actually helping him a lot with a quick double poison bomb proc, so the Athman just not letting him go anywhere at all. Athman having to pop a shield defense together with eye for an eye. Perliv with a feint, just trying to see if he can back up out of there. Blinded Athman. He does have an adaptation coming back up very, very soon. You could potentially sap it out and go for yet another kidney shot. Perliv is going to have a couple of goes here. I think definitely will want to commit some kind of a cooldown every time he has a go in order to force out Bubble, in order to force out Blessing of Protection. So things like Sepsis, things like Kingsbane, all of these things are going to be massive in terms of getting those cooldowns out. Even the minute CDs, you don't have to coalesce everything together. But maybe keeping things on cooldown may be the play, honestly. As Athman picking up the eyes, trying to see if he can potentially find Perliv. Can he do it though? He's probably hanging out by the corner. Athman trying to see if he can get him out. Coca shot is immediately before a Hodge comes out or a blind. That's going to be a full kidney shot onto Athman. Perliv with a disarm immediately. Blessing of Protection. Athman trying to see if he can make a play. It's going to be Sepsis to roll on him. And it's going to be Perliv vanishes out of the immediately seeing the Blessing of Protection. Trying not to get locked down on a blind and a stun. Athman being proactive. Picking up the eyes. I think more or less should know where the rogue is at. If he's careful. Looking to the left of himself, I think he knows exactly where the rogue is at. He wants to get him out, hits him with the Blade of Justice just to make sure he gets himself cleanly in combat as soon as possible. Cheap shot by the rogue. Blind, Perliv does have a trinket. That's going to be potentially a Hodge out of Athman. Maybe. Does go for a Hodge. Athman just needs to commit as much damage as he can. Got him some big clean. Perliv making this go down and cheat that. May keep him alive here. Does go in for the judgment at the end. Oh my goodness. Just have to commit. Jesus up next. Athman has a bubble as well as a lay on hands. That's not really going to do much. Bubble is fantastic. Lay on hands may be kind of supplemental, but at 54% dampener, you ain't getting much out of it. Athman surrounded by the army of the dead on one side. Death Knight on the other. Does burn a bubble really early on, and Jesus just going to hang around back, making sure that Atha doesn't get any free damage on him. Can he go for a grip? If he can close that gap, go for a grip before he goes behind the pillar. That would be perfect. Doesn't go for Chain of Ice, but the Hand of Freedom keeps the Paladin moving. Trying to go for an interrupt, missing it completely though. Athman does have Eye for an Eye. That's going to be summoned to Jesus, using him more defensively than anything, but the grippy hand is not going to let you go anywhere. Eye for an Eye, trying to make some kind of a damage happen. But Jesus, at this high dampening, as you got all defenses at the ready, there's not much you can really do unless you get some big cooldowns that you can really ramp up. There's not much Athman could really do there. Going to be a stun onto Miss Bold as the full army of the dead set up for Athens, just being completely transferred over to the Warlock instead. Warlock trying to use the mobility in order to escape it. Does get some big burns onto Jesus, though has him on the ropes, but the transformation goal as well as the Garg, or rather Valkyrie, are still doing a lot of work. Big damage on Jesus, trying to go for Death Strikes back to back, but it's going to be double portals opening up, one lobbing the Chaos Bolt, the other just chipping away at Jesus' health bar. With the shadow damage, it is burned into that AMS, but still, finally AMS is gone. Dark Pact, not a lot of healing available. Whatever damage Miss Bolt does right now is going to make a pretty big impact as he's literally dropping down a dome, but even standing in rain of fire, this side dampening, not helping him. Incubus putting him out in the open with Incinerate to follow him. Does Miss Bolt take him out? Mortal Call right after. Does need a Shadow Burn to follow. Maybe one more Conflagrate. That's going to be tricky. Oh, maybe Human Racial was not the play there because you have a Paladin running at you right now. Your son is going to be DR'd for a little bit, but I think that was maybe a little greedy. Like, I just wanted to snipe him out. I just want to use a Human Racial, get him out of the game. Succubus or Incubus CC. Bubble out for Yasha. Just trying to see if he can burn wings. Miss Bolt trying to see if he can set up maybe some kind of like a castle circle. Not much Nick will do against Yasha. Blind to follow, can't break out of it. Stun right after, no way out of it as well. Doesn't have a wall or anything left. Maybe Mortical last second, potentially. Mortical needs to be used. Oh no, it's actually not available for a few seconds. Fear, oh my goodness. That is a rough one. For some reason I thought Mortical was up, but I'm blind. Bulk is going to be up next as Yasha left with no help whatsoever. Maybe Blessing of Protection, maybe Blessing of Protection was used at a perfect time. But dispelled with a Belf Racial. Oh no, Bulk just putting it in the pressure, just going on the offensive. With Bog going to be up next. Right now, it's just a slaughter in the arena, man. That first duel lasted for so long. Dampening is so high, so everybody's dropping like flies. Bach tried to see if he can get him to a better angle. Death shock him, scatter him, rapid fire. Nothing Bulkhead can do. I think it's just dead. I think it's just over. Karma last second onto the pet, but still Bulkhead. Bach tried to see if he could swing around and get a couple of kill shots in there. Aim shot does have some big defensives. Aim shots are still going to be able to burn right through you. Now your health is exposed. You do have a double defensive with Forward Brute as well as Dampen Harm, but I don't know if that's going to really help you. Rapid fire. Oh, it just goes down. That's unfortunate with Glitch being last one left. Has to go up against Double Hunter. Can he do it though? Can he do it? Sap, flare out the open. Bach with a trap. Glitch knows he can't go out there at all. He knows he can do it. I think Glitch is trying to see if he can maybe lure him out in the open. Does go for a restealth. Gouge definitely needs to go for pet sack. No trinket instead. Scatter shot onto Glitch. Does he go maybe for a explosive shot? Explosive shot maybe? No, just send the pet over there. Bog did burn a trinket. So he's kind of out in the open. Not much you can really do. Revive pet. That pet died that quick, huh? But he at least does get himself a fresh new pet. You got to make sure you place the traps in a good spot. Camo, freezing trap, has a hunter's mark on a Gloosh. Definitely need to have a go versus Gloosh. Definitely need to have a proper go versus Gloosh. My goodness. Can he do it? I think he maybe can. Does Chakram? Scatter shot? Gloosh does not trinket it. Can the shot onto Bach? Pet sack? Gloosh trying to make a play. That pet sack is going to help Bach a ton though. Gloosh kind of hoping he doesn't crit, but he ends up critting. Stun into Gloosh, trinkets out of it, gonna be rapid fire, does go for disarm with the turtle shot to follow. That was a double tap rapid fire removed out of the game. Already taken it out away from Bach before 10:05. Rogue and Stealth got a re-stealth, Sabbath to Bach. I'm surprised he actually got kept him out of combat. I guess you were in combat with a pet, but it looked like Bach should have been in combat too. Kidney shot, I don't know if there's anything you can do about it. Unless, I don't know, steel trap? Blind. Maybe you can get the pet to attack Gloosh just so you can deny him a restealth. Yeah, restealth, shadow step, shadow strike. There's nothing you could do. Does Fosse use Mark? Oh, I don't know if he did or didn't, but it's definitely gonna have himself a proper go here. Gloosh needs to stop immediately. Big sniper shot in the opener. Lordy, that was a lot of damage. Gloosh has evasion. I don't know if that's gonna help him much here though. Turtle shell right now from Fosse. Body shot to Gloosh. Does he just go out of turtle shell? He just needs a kill shot. That's all he needs. One kill shot. One kill shot to do it. Hunter's mark on the Gloosh. Is it going to be enough though? Oh my goodness, Gloosh could go down, but so could Fosse. Smoke bomb right now. Walking into smoke bomb. Death shock him into Gloosh. Death trying to vanish it out. That's going to be kidney shot to Fosse. Does he have anything right now? Pet sack, anything? Oh, Gloosh does bring it back for his team. I am surprised he was able to bring it back like that. Well done. Well, there it is. Oh my goodness, alrighty boys. Wow. That was an interesting duel. That was an interesting one. Fractal and then Rogue definitely at some point you'd be like, you know what? I got cooldowns rolling in. I should just stay in. I got a lot of pressure. just display confidence. Like if you pop cooldowns, stay in. Maximize the cooldowns. You got a big death mark. It's gonna pressure the guy. You got King's Bane. Make sure you get on some venoms in. You got Sepsis rolling in. Let the damage do work. And Fractal, I don't know, man. He was playing, I think, maybe way too defensive. I know you want to say blink for whenever he stuns you, but I feel like when you play so safe, the Rogue is just like, you're letting him run away from you and go reset behind the pillar. It's one of those things where I think at some point, defensive play was definitely not the call. Definitely not the call. But yeah, well done either way. The Hunter's nuts, I haven't heard of it lately. They're just like a 3s or what. I don't think it's that popular. Compared to, let's say, like mages maybe, but I have no idea, honestly. I have no clue. Saul Goodman trying to add me? What's up, my guy? How you doing? Alrighty, I think we're done for the night, boys, man. I gotta get some food, dude. I am starting to space really bad. I'm starting to space out so hard. Chat, Lego streams all the way from South Africa. What's up, Diabolic? How you doing, man? Boys, thank you so much for coming by to the stream. We got more 5V5 1v1s on the horizon tomorrow, dude. I gotta get some food. I gotta get a bit of a break. I want to get some Mythic Pluses done on my main if I can as well. Get my weeklies out of the way if possible. And I got a pretty big project I'll be working on tonight, so I'm excited for that one. Boys, thank you so much for coming by, man. I appreciate all of you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Doesn't get much of this food. Oh no. It's okay. It's okay. I'm sure there'll be there's other streams on YouTube or something else to watch, or I got some videos, some 5V5 Duels that got loaded up, or check out my update video for some of the class changes coming to NERFS 5. Got some stuff out there. Anthony, I'll try to see if I can I'll ask my guild people around, see what they say, all that good stuff. Yeah, are you on Illidan? Because it could work if you're on Illidan, maybe. You just for a quest, just rising for a quest. Yeah, I could ask. I could see. Maybe. Are you on Illidan? Yeah, I don't know if that'll work then if you're not on Illidan. The way Blizzard does, like, they're fine with like guilds selling stuff, but only to people on the same server as you are. So you gotta keep the gold on the server and whatnot. Outside of that, I wouldn't wanna play outside of those rules in particular. You know what I mean? I don't do that stuff out much to begin with. I know we used to do some sales when communities were a thing in BFA, and I think BFA was the last time we really were big time on it. But then it started like really going after communities and all that. And we're like, all right, we just want to play the game. We don't want to get anything done to us. You know, we just wanted to go for the raid. That's really about it. But they're back to like, okay, servers are fine. You can sell like dungeons or whatever, but on server to people on your server. So it's like, okay, well, maybe we can explore some of that. We could use some mats for our gold stuff. Flasks, potions, all that stuff is very useful, especially for the next raid tier if they're okay with it, you know. But yeah, I'll need to take a look at it. But if you're not an Illidan, probably not gonna work out. Just, I would rather be on the safer side. Boys, you guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for some 5V5s, yeah. Some NA 5V5 1v1 Duels. What the hell? Dragons don't belong here. This is Ogrimmar Grunt, man. He's just so accepting. What a guy, dude. What a dude. What the? Alright, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.